Alright, we're back. What's up, beardies and beardettes? Welcome back to another fine episode of the Beardy Bros podcast.
Oh,
Oh, another week, another episode. What
yeah.
what a what a what a week. I think it's been a bit of a week for both of us. It's crazy. You're away for a week, so we didn't really chit chat
Yes.
too much. So you had a nice technology kind of detox reset. I mean, you said you had your
Yes.
Switch, but you played a bit of your
Yes. I
Switch.
did.
What were you
Played a tiny bit.
played a little tiny bit of the Switch?
Played a tiny bit.
Mm.
There is one game that I was meant to save that I had to go grab it real quick. Well, you.
Oh, well,
I forgot about it.
he's gonna go. But so yeah, so another week. Crazy week. We're gonna get on into it. Jim's gonna grab his thing, of course. Got a nice cup of tea. Got chai, vanilla chai tea. I'm having one of those. But yes, I think we both had a bit of a crazy week. Jim was away, like I said. Techno, a techno detox. It doesn't hurt to have a techno detox every now and then. Um, I haven't had a techno detox for a long time. Because I kind of always listen to my music and interact with my phone and tablets and stuff as it's part of my design thing. Working and especially when you got to create content, it's kind of tricky. But yes, before I go any further into that, I do want Jim. I wait for Jim to come back, because I do want to talk about a few crazy things.
Something because I played a shit way beforehand, so I had a good. Yeah, that's I played nothing.
No, that's it. That's the saying. Like sometimes you want to create stuff or not. Like it's good if you're gonna have everything scheduled, then you can just have a nice break because everything's rolling. Me, I made a few videos.
I should get videos scheduled till fucking like end of July. So.
I know you got heaps. It's crazy. I've been slowly getting some videos back out again and trying to get them up, like that last one I did. So,
Right.
that was horrible. That last video I did. Stupid Prime. But yeah. So yes, you had a bit of break. You said you were going to play something. You did play. You tried playing a few things, but
I did, and then now I realised I need a fucking Steam Deck because nothing against the Switch. Most of my games are on Steam and not the Switch.
That's it.
I didn't know that was even in there. The fuck
Whatever.
even is that?
Bunch of
Get
stuff.
850 club points and a free digital bonus. Woo!
Whoop-dee.
Digital bonus of what? Like,
Yeah.
what kind of digital bonus?
But yeah, no. So yeah, so that's one of those things.
I was playing a bit of an old a GameCube game, called Bet and Katos. I don't remember the rest of the wings of something. Yeah, it's a RPG on the GameCube.
Mm-hmm.
1 and 2, which I remastered for the Switch and PC.
That's all right.
Had to get a European version because, of course, there's not one here. So I did.
Yeah. Yeah, because I didn't even know that there was a Switch remaster port.
Why did you play it back in the day? Did you?
No, I think I might have had a browse at it, but I never really played much of the GameCube. So
it's a turn-based RPG with cards.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, sounds interesting, and it's a 10 out of 10 game. I've heard. Every website got it as a 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5. It's like
that's all right.
There's no point not to play it at some point.
No, that's
it's like
all right.
they both come in here, so 1 and 2. Both on the cartridge too, which nice.
That's
but
right.
it's just weird to use cards to do your attacks to block. Like
it'd be like
then, like
it's kind of like the essence of like what Digimon or Pokemon kind of. Some of those RTS games were like that. There were some games that literally you had to kind of use cards to attack and sense in game form.
Like you've got a party as well of 3, I think, maybe more, and you just queue up your moveset and then just do it. It's like Final Fantasy, but with cards. But they did the remaster, right, and everyone's pissed about it because there's no English voice dub anymore.
They got rid of it because they could just do the basic original port, basically.
The original game had English, except it was something about, I think from what I read, it was the voice dub didn't match up with the lip sync. But I'm like, you can barely tell because they're not really facing the camera at them talking. It's just people want the original had the English voice act. They didn't to remaster it, you have to change anything. You just had to
Yeah,
upscale.
just another language playlist that you could have to choose from.
Like, yeah, just give the option to turn off and on the English dub. Like,
Mm.
because I didn't know there was an English dub until I googled the
Yep.
original. I was like, oh, there's English dub, but apparently it's trash, but it's good trash.
Like
Like
it's still
it's so
something.
bad
Yeah,
that
it
it's
still would have
good.
been alright though to have English. Yeah.
Um, then the second game did it better, but they wouldn't include that either.
That's a trap.
Like, but you can get it on PC if you buy the PC version. You can put
Yep.
the English mod in there.
Yep.
Someone, I think they took the mod, they took the English out of the GameCube game and put it into the Switch one. I'm like, that's fucking smart, actually. Like they just
Okay.
took them a lot of time because it's a hard effort.
Mhm.
Because you can't just copy and paste.
Yeah.
Because they did change some things with the remaster.
Yep.
A lot of things, but no, like it is a good RPG.
Mm.
I was kind of fucking digging it. I was like, well, this is fucking good.
That's alright then. That's good.
And I finally played it then. I was like, because I had it for months, the
Yeah.
last 3 or 4
Finally
months.
got a
I was
chance
like,
to sit down and actually play it.
yeah, because there was no PC, PlayStation. I was like, I'll take it. So I played that and
Yeah.
a bit of Brothership, Mario and Luigi.
I say it's a bit like that though when you have the Switch. It's like when you've got everything else like the PlayStation, Xbox, PC. Like you're like, I'll use those. But then when you go away, you're like, oh, I want to play still, but I kind of don't. But then I might. So it's like I'll take that just in case. So you grab the Switch, and then you may play it on your travels, or you might not. It's like you never know. So.
But you've always got it in case.
Exactly.
So you can forget if you feel like it. That's why it's like now I'm like, I need to buy a Portal and a Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Portal, I can just put my thing in rest mode and fuck off.
Yep.
I don't think you even need rest mode anymore. I think they patched that out. You can just. I know there's a way you can just stream it to your Portal now. Like you can just without the PS5, I think.
Yep.
It's still your account. Like still got what you've got installed.
Log in. Yeah.
Or if it's not out yet, they are doing that. Which is pretty fucking cool.
I gotta get myself one of those portals so I can just play in bed if I wanted to even just be like.
I don't know how cheap the Portal actually was though. It's
Yeah,
only 300 bucks.
It's pretty
But-
cheap. I gotta get my hands on one of those at some point.
For what it is, like now there's a midnight black one instead of the white one. Although I kind of want the black one just because I don't know, because I've already got a white fucking dual
That's
stand. I
it.
don't really need a white handheld. Nah.
Yeah. It's one of those things.
I want the midnight black one.
No, that's cool. Yeah, no, it's one of those things definitely. So, but no, so you're gone for like the week. So yeah, you're a week away and you're back, which was good.
Monday to Friday.
So yeah, so like, well, that was pretty good. Like, I had a crazy week myself. Fucking unbelievable week. Like, it really tested my patience this week. Like, through earlier in the week, I had my rat pass away. My rat Curry, he passed away. And then a couple of days later, which was now only not yet. Yeah, yes, yesterday, last night, was it last? Oh, my brain can't think. No, it was the day before.
Yeah, Thursday.
It's just because it's been. I had my guinea pig end up passing away. So I know I put the post up and everything, but it's just my days have just been crazy. Like it's just so much going on. It's been so stressful. Like dealing with that, and then this morning we actually ended up having to take one of our other guinea pigs, and put him to sleep because he had cancer. So I was like, so it's just like, it's just taking a toll mentally. Like
guinea pigs don't live forever. Like
it's just crazy. Like the one we had to put to sleep today, like he was 6, so he wasn't too bad. But he was still going alright, but I mean, you could still seem fine, but then you're suffering with cancer, you're like, what do you do? The most humane thing.
And being because they're such small things, it just...
That's it, so it's just
and you can't really give them medication, I mean you can, but like not like a chemotherapy thing for a fucking guinea
you can't
pig.
really treat them.
Can't be doing that.
No, there's no real.
Because then you have to isolate one because it's a fucking poison. You get the other ones as well, like, and there's just no way to...
That's it. It's just a whole lot of things. It's just like, it was an issue he had, and then we treated it. We thought we resolved it, but then it basically was in sense remission, and then it came back, and
yep.
It's just been like crazy. This whole week's just been crazy, and it's just like normally right now I'd be going for the bottle, grab myself, I'll have a drink to kind of calm myself, but I'm like no drinking, so it's like no
Right.
alcohol, it's just sober, like pushing through it, and it's just like it's good, it's gonna be good, but it's just like like usually it's just anything stressful, like yep, just have a drink to take the edge off, but no, no.
And that's why you're lucky you don't fucking smoke, because that's another thing.
I know
Like,
that's the
god
other thing
dang.
too. People go, "I'll have a smoke, take the edge off," but it's just
I don't get how that works, to be honest. Like, have a smoke, take the like. I don't
yeah, I
get
know. I guess you got to be a smoker to really understand. Like, there's that
same as a
endorphin.
drink. Like, I know, like if I have a problem, I never went to drinking.
Mm.
Like,
Just nice to get that little
that go
buzz to take
dangerous
the edge off.
path.
Yeah, see, because
Mm,
you get that little buzz, and then you start taking the edge off because you start feeling a little bit off. Takes the
right.
edge off, and you're like, yeah, it's great, and you're like, oh. And see, because I've been through that cycle before of being like an alcoholic and stuff, that's where it's
Right.
like the thing's kind of there, and
And
every
that's
now and
why I
then.
don't miss alcohol. Like, I
Mm.
haven't had it for a long time.
That's it. So I'm on my break at the moment, and see how I go. I might stay on the break. I might go back to being responsible and not drinking so often. Who knows? But
I mean, you don't have to ban it. That's the thing. Like,
yeah,
you can have it occasionally. Like,
social or whatever.
have a beer here or there or something. Like, you don't have to cut it out completely.
That's exactly it. But at the moment, it's just part of the whole
Hmm.
detox. So it's like I got to cut back. So I'm like, yeah. So, but no. So that's been kind of one of those things. It's just been, and with everything going on with like the art thing happening, and like it's just been like stressful because like that's coming close now. Because next week Tuesday, I got to go and install all of my pieces. So I've had to go through,
Nice.
wrap all them up, and they're all basically done now, all wrapped. I'm like, nope, no more touching.
Ooh.
They are the way they are now. It's like I'm not gonna get
Right.
myself trapped playing around with it because I'm more likely to get carried away. Like,
Right.
I need to get better,
You
needs to
might
get
mess
better.
something up.
Yeah, fuck it up, and then all that work's ruined on a piece or two, and I'm like, nope, that's it. No more touching. Like that's them. Like
Right.
leave them. So yeah, so they're wrapped up and out the way now. So it's just like they're just ready to go. So install those. And it's just like next week is just gonna be crazy because it's got the install, and then the end of the week we have like the board meeting where they've like
Oh yeah.
viewed all our artworks and had a look at it, and then they have like a talk, I guess. It's like fuck, so I got to do that as well, be somewhat presentable for the board meeting, and it's just like
Right.
like I'm not prepared. I don't know. Like it's all part of the experience, so I guess so. It's like it's gonna be one of those things.
Right.
Like some people have been through that
Hey,
before, some people haven't.
at
So
least you're doing it though. Like,
that's it. Not doing nothing. It's something. So
you
it's an
can say you've
experience.
done that. Like,
That's it.
no matter what happens, like you've you freaking done it,
Yeah. So that's it. It's all part of the learning curve. You learn from it. You live and you learn. So no matter how old you get, you live and you learn.
and you move on to the next thing. Yeah. Well,
Mm.
there was a thing that I read. Like, it was a Colonel Sanders thing
Yep.
saying like, you're never too old to make it.
Mhm.
Dude was 65 when he had KFC. Like when he invented KFC. Dude was 65.
Yeah.
That's why the Colonel was old on the promo though,
Yeah.
because
Because when he
he was an
finally
old man.
created it, yeah,
Like,
he was old, and that's it. Sometimes some things are late bloomers. Like actors, sometimes they don't make it till they're older. Some actors make it when they're young, and then they or anything, anywhere. Like you could be an artist or someone that's in a small
yeah,
business,
someone
and you
said
could boom off.
recently, Mads Mikkelsen and that, like,
Yeah.
and Christopher Waltz. I mean, Christopher Waltz.
They've
He
been
didn't
around.
act until he
Yeah, like they've been
last
in
like 10
things
years.
for a long time in a sense. Some of them have been around for ages, but in
Yeah,
stuff,
like
but
he
not
was
really been a
like
native.
he was doing the European stuff, like
Yeah,
the
exactly.
foreign movies we would have watched.
And he finally
And
made it now as an American, like an
he's
American
now like
audience.
a household fucking name,
Mm,
like Christoph Waltz, like
mm, exactly.
dude's
Like
fucking legend. Like,
it's one of those things. So
just hey, it can happen younger or older. Like, doesn't fucking
mm.
make any fucking less of a success.
So that's it. Like it just happens for people at different times. Really, you're bout of success or
Yep.
experience. So yeah. So but no, it's a interesting thing, and yeah, looking back on a lot of different things, it's just like yeah, yeah, they have little moments of like little bits of successes or not, or yeah, whatever.
All right.
It's crazy.
You
So
put it to your list like you've done this.
yeah,
Haha,
done
like,
this, done that, been here, been there. Like it all comes in different shapes and forms.
yep.
So yeah, it's just
Experience, man.
one of those things. Yeah, so I'm keen. I'm keen for this. It's just gonna be interesting to see what goes from here. The
Who
journey that
knows,
I've been
man?
on, like it's just
You have to wait another week to find out.
I
I
know
guess
because then there's that, and then they announce you
maybe
go to
2
the
weeks.
board
So
meeting. Well, yeah, you we had the
happens
board, we had the
after
panel.
all that. Like,
We had the panel meeting, and then on the 30th is the open night, and then that's also the open nights when
that's
they
2
announce
weeks
the
away. Like, 3
yeah
weeks away.
two
So
weeks, And then that opening night of the
Tournament.
exhibition, they
Yeah,
also reveal or announce the scholarship winner. So one of us
Ooh.
out of the 8 will win the scholarship. So who knows?
Yeah,
I'm not massively holding my breath, but like it'd be nice to get a scholarship and some money and further my art career. It'd be
right,
nice. Like, hey, that's the whole point. You kind of get into it. You kind of want to get in the industry and kind of go somewhere with it. So it'd be nice if I could.
right.
A man can dream, but at the same time, I'm not holding my breath too highly.
Oh, it's not just dependent on what they say either. You've
Mm,
got other people looking in who say, "Oh, I like that. I like
that's
this." Like,
exactly it. So because it's a
there's
panel.
more than
It's not
them.
just
Like,
one person like reviewing it. Like it's a panel, and they go through the breakdown and I
yeah,
guess like what story or whatever or however.
like
Yeah, I don't
someone
know.
might like your stuff and say, "Can you?" At a certain point, like at some point in
Mm,
the future, but you might get a random call message like,
that's it. So no, I
say,
know that
I'm blah blah. I like your
yeah.
style, your stuff, yeah."
Like and it's been pretty interesting. The people like I've sort of done it with, they're pretty cool. So
Mm,
I'm definitely curious to see where this goes. So what like I'm definitely curious like what process happens. So like what the scholarship leads to. Like what is there
right?
something that they're going to request for the
It could
design
be
in
an
that
art school or
style or
anything. Like,
yeah. And I mean I'm definitely keen to like because I got to tell everyone no like I'm keen if they whoever gets the scholarship and they happen to do an installation somewhere else like I want to see it. Like they need to keep me
right,
in the loop. Like I want to see if they get this scholarship, whoever gets it, and they make another piece for something. I need to
right.
see this. Like I want to go and be like, fuck yeah,
Also,
like
whatever happens, you can always do a art TAFE course and stuff. Like, you can go back
mm.
to school, do art, like,
Well, I said like
properly now. Like,
I've
you can do a proper
well
art.
I've already got my like diploma in graphic design,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm already like established with that already. So I can go if I wanted to. I could go to uni
Isn't there
with
another step than that, like uni or something?
yeah,
Not a
because
TAFE,
I've
like
done
a
the because
actual
diploma
university.
yeah, so diploma is TAFE. So that's as far as you can go
Yeah.
with TAFE is diploma. Then you go to university if you wanted to
Mm.
and go further there. So
So technically, you could go to uni, but
if I
that's
wanted
a
to,
lot of time there, though.
there's people that I'm
During the day,
doing.
I think uni is.
Well, that's it. There's a few people that I'm doing this with now that
Mm.
are in uni that are actually studying a degree of
Mm,
art,
right.
and it's just like they've gone through all this shit. I'm just like it's just crazy. Like this for me. That's grown up in like we're '90s. Like I've seen what art used to be like growing up. You literally just created art. There was no fandangled nonsense. And this was in the 90s and early 2000s. There was no fandangled bullshit to art. You just did art. You're an artist. That's it. You didn't need to know the ins and outs, all these. But now they're like, with everything, it seems to be nowadays, you need to go study at uni, get a piece of paper that say that you
I
know
mean, there
art.
were
Like,
there were art classes and that back in the '90s and that. Like,
well art
there,
classes were
there,
literally
there
you
were
going,
whole unis dedicated to that. Like,
yeah, like, but doing a lot of those kind of things would
but then
seem
again,
like
art
the,
was more in generalized as Broadway
yeah, yeah.
painting, drawing. You had drama, like you had your movie stuff, and that was a more broad.
Hmm.
Now it's a
Specific.
certain thing you can do.
But there's
Like,
like all these things they get you to do. It's like all these weird things that seem so trivial. Because like I'm listening to this one person that's doing this art like at the uni like bachelor art degree, and the stuff that they talked about vaguely on what they've taught me. It's just like it seems like trivial things. It's like you don't really need to know these things to be
because
an
art is
artist.
simple. If you can do the basics, you can do the other stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like you don't need. Yeah, it's like all this mumbo jumbo. It's like you don't need to know the mumbo jumbo.
Like
It's
when you
like
think of art, though, like look at Bob Ross. He did
yeah,
the simple stuff well.
yeah. Like he
He
didn't
he
even
just took
know.
up another notch.
Like
Like,
he well like you look at him.
mm,
He was a soldier. I think he was. He was a veteran
mhm.
and
And then just did painting.
he
Like,
just painted. Like he didn't learn anything. Like he just painted.
he was self-taught his own way.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, that's what I mean. Like he did everything himself, and this is what. And then he ended up becoming a
but it
teacher
worked. Like,
in a sense, and teaching it. Like it was like you don't have to know anything. Like you just
because
paint, you just create.
he knew the basics of like
Mm,
what things are,
yeah,
how to do certain things, and then he just went.
and
Because
that's
was he like an engineer or something? Like he knew
yeah. Like I said, like
certain.
he was a veteran, but like he was like an engineer. Or like he had a trade. Like he had a trade, and
Yeah, like
he was a veteran.
he kind of employed what he knew into painting, into
Mm.
art, which is an interesting way to do it.
But no, it's just like it's just funny that there's things that like you need certificates to say to do things like that. Like it just seems like I can understand like trying to learn to understand art. That I can understand if you want to be like a curator or like someone that's to read art to
But
explain to other
don't
people.
go to school to curate, though. To be honest, I don't
No,
think.
but like that's what it is like now. If you want to be a curator though, you still got to have some degree of something to be a curator now. Like it's so stupid. It's just like there's things like that's what surprised me. It's like even when I like went to do like I went and learned graphic
What
design.
it is? People need the certificate to be not certified. What's the fucking word? To be acknowledged, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Like,
to acknowledge so you're
they
qualified.
need that
Yeah.
bit of paper. They need that to feel accepted.
Yeah, and it's
Like,
so silly. Like it just blows my mind that that's our concept in Australia is so heavy on that. Like
it's
you
the whole
need.
world, really, when you think about
Well,
it.
not really. Like in America, like that's the crazy part. Like in America, someone can just be like, "Oh, I'm going to start a business selling newspapers," and just do it. Like you don't need to have a qualification of
you
any
can
kind
do
of.
that here as well, really.
No, you got to
Like,
get all the qualifications to run a business, and then get all the like you got to make sure you're standard and you got to meet.
true, yeah.
Like that's the problem. Like that's why like people talk about like it's
that should be everywhere
bullshit.
because
Like
there are a lot of scammers out there who could just start shit up.
that's exactly like it makes sense because I mean, not just the scams. So like to some stuff that's done, there is a standard safety that you should be met. So in America, if you're just gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna be a painter, like, are you meeting the qualified like safety standards of like how you set up to paint, like, or are you using the qualified paints, like, or you just go and buy whatever paints and just start painting, like, because that's basically what happens. Like a house painter, someone in America be like, oh yeah, I'm painting houses. Yeah, sweet, can I get you to come paint my house? You know, yeah, sweet, I'll come do it. You know, you put out your freelance jobs, but it's just like, you know, they just paint. But like here, you can't just be like, I mean, you kind of can if people want to take the risk, you know.
Yeah,
but
you can, but because my brother started his own thing, just his own mowing company and that.
Yeah, so some things there's a certain line, but then sometimes they want to go through these steps.
Because you
to
kind
check.
of need
You got to know
legal
safety
part of it.
standards.
It's for safe,
Yeah.
it's for safety for you and other people.
Exactly. So they want you to make sure you've had you've got a certificate or you've studied like certain safety things and like all these different things just so you can do stuff. It's just like it makes sense, but at the same time, just like
say, I can do that, and with no, I wouldn't trust them.
Well, that's exactly it, and that's the difference between like and I said that it makes sense to have that, but then the double-edged sword to it in here is that everything needs a certificate just about, like, and that's the problem. It's just some of the most basic things you gotta have like
need a certificate because you got a lot of dare I say it? What do they call it? The fucking who just use the basic means to create art, and they want like.
I mean, it happens though. But I mean, that happens though. There's literally some people that will literally just get a bit of canvas, or like say, fucking have a banana, sticky tape it to a wall, and then some people go, "Oh my god, it's amazing! It's art!" Like it's goofy shit. Like art is very subjective. It's very subjective.
Like $1 million. Like
and it's like, has the person got a no? It's just some random.
It's like the dude sold an invisible statue for like 15 million or something.
Oh, it's fucking dumb.
You can't see it.
Yeah, it's like, oh, let me just move this. Yeah, we've installed it. Like, I don't know, but it's because you're paying for a concept. Like, that's the problem. People go, oh, I'm going to pay for the concept.
Yeah, but
sorry, maybe
like
I should
a few million for nothing. Like,
I know. Like... It's just that's the problem. Like, that's why I feel like it's a weird. I don't know. Art is weird because you got these people that can just go out and do this, but then you got people going, oh, you need to have a degree in art. It's like, why do I need a degree in art when I could just be like, here, I've got an assortment of invisible statues you can buy for $100, you know? But then this is the funny thing too. The lower the price sometimes, the more people go, oh, like if you go, oh, I've got an invisible statue for $100, people go, you're kidding me, right? And then you go, oh, I've got an invisible statue for $1,500, and someone goes, oh yeah, fuck yeah, I'll buy it. It's like, where's that logic? Like, I'm trying to give you a bargain for a cheaper price, be like, nah, that's just fucking silly. Like, where's the quality in it? Like, but like you sell for more, it's just like, oh yeah, that's amazing. You know?
One of them things that would never make sense. Like,
and people's logic makes no sense. I was staring people up like with the people with Pokemon cards on fucking.
I was about to say, like, Pokemon cards. They're worth what they're worth, nothing more.
That was like a little, like, this is dude. Like,
they're literally like a buck or two each. That's it.
I've been trolling people on this one post because dude had Star Wars cards. I can't remember if I've talked about it already because it's been going for a bit, and he's got these Star Wars cards and he's gone through the pack, and then one of them's like thick like it's quite thick in the pack, and he's like, oh, what's this? Opens up and it's like a fold out thing, and it's actually a autograph card. So it has like panels that opens up to four photos, and they have four autographs from the.
So you get autographs.
Yeah, so it's autographs from the actors that played those characters. Ooh. And I was like, oh yeah, and he's like, oh, this is like worth like $1,000. It's like, where's the staple point? then someone in the comments was going through. He's like, how is this worth
So
4K?
you just bought like a $5 thing and just said it's worth 1,000
Yeah.
because that's in there. Like,
Yeah.
no, that's not
It's
how
like
that
how
works.
this logic works. It's like that's what I was like trying to pull out. It's like it's just because like I was mainly making fun of because the dude was wearing gloves and he's unpacking cards. And I'm like, why is bro wearing gloves for? It's just cards. But it's like, oh, so it doesn't get dirty. I'm like, you do know what these are. These are a thing that kids would have bought, picked up and gone, oh my god, I've got autographs. Haha, chucked it in a drawer and that's it.
We probably had thousands of dollars in today's money in cards when we were kids.
Yeah, like people.
We didn't care.
Like, yeah, we grub-eated them, we licked them, we bent them, we played with them, like...
We did their intention. We battled with said Pokemon cards. We traded said Pokemon cards.
And, like, people are just getting...
In today's world, we probably gave someone a $100 card for our 5-cent card.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. Like, it's...
Like, it's just, like, I don't know, like, I could pull anything from a set of something and just be like, oh, I'm going to put this up for, like, $150, and someone buys it for $150, which they're stupid, but then that now creates a staple point for a toy that could have been $5. As soon as it sells some, people go, oh, that's what it's worth now, because someone sold it.
People shouldn't buy on the internet things that are way overpriced.
Because that's like the latest
card is no more than $2.
And this is what gets me now. This is the latest craze, which you would have mostly heard about them. So it's the current latest craze, which makes no sense because they've been out for years, but it's the new trend is that Labubu trend. Fucking everyone's talking about the Labubus and the Lafufus. I'd rather stick to my Fugglers, mind you, because they're only $10 plushies and they're fucking great. But little Labubus, they're little statues. Some of them are like little furry dolls, and some of them are like actual just plastic figures, like plastic vinyl figures. But they're only like JP. Yeah. So that recently is currently trending, and they've been out in Australia for a couple of years now, and selling around like, existing, but. In the past couple of weeks, I don't know who was talking about it, because I've seen them. I've seen them plenty of times at Pop Marts and stuff. No one really cared about them. Yeah. Someone in the past week, I don't know which influencer was talking about them, but of course, some influencer was talking about them. It created a trend. Now everyone's going mad for them. And they're like $30 fucking vinyl figures, and they're so tiny. They're only like yay big for fucking $30. It's like, fuck all.
Yeah, just like a pop vinyl.
Yeah, and
less interesting
they're
because
small,
it's just
actually,
a different colour.
If not smaller than a pop one. But yeah, people going mad for these fucking Labubus, and like going mad trying to like find places to have them. People are selling out of them. Everyone's going crazy, like waiting in giant queues early morning before shops open.
I have seen them, yeah. Like
but I don't know. Like that's the crazy part. Like the fact is, though, my point being is they've been around. No one gave two shits about them, but whoever. Yeah, but one person said something, or did something, and now everyone's like, I need to have one. I gotta have one. I need to have 10. I need to have 5. I need to have 15. I need 20, It's like, why? Like, they've existed before, and you never cared. Why now? Like,
Pop Mart, right?
Yeah.
That's a $1,500 Optimus Prime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, as big as that.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Pop Mart's over-expensive pop vinyls, and they're all mysteries. All the stuff that Pop Mart sell are mystery figures, so you never know what you're going to get.
Blind box and...
Yeah, you pay $30 for a blind box, and you might not even get what you want. And like, there was this one person on the radio talking about the other day, a couple of days ago, they're on the radio talking about it, and they're like, yep, I've got like a set of the Boo-Boos. It's like I've got the whole set that I wanted, and I was like buying another one. I bought one for me and one for my friend, and my friend, so 2 blind boxes, like, oh, which one do you want? And they're like, oh, I'll take this one. And then they both popped them open, and their friend got the one that unfortunately happened to be like one of the rare ones, like the secret rares. And I was like, oh, like I've got that whole set wave, but it's like that would have been the final thing to complete my set. But it's like, yeah, no, it is. It's just right? Luck of the draw. And but then like a $30 thing, but because people go, oh, this is now worth $300 or $400, like, why? How? It's a $30 toy.
How?
How is it now inflated? Like, who says, like, it's $30? Who says it's now inflated to $300? Like, who says this? Why can't I just say, oh, this fucking, I've got Battlefield Hardline on fucking Xbox. Oh, you know what? This is a $500 game now. I'm going to sell it for $500. This is what it's worth. Like, who says I can't do that? Like, it's like I'm just making value out of nothing. Like, who says these values exist? Like, who's making these values up? Who's allowing these values to? You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it as I collect things, but I don't get how people go, oh, this is worth this much. Like, I can understand when a product has been out for a while, you discontinue a price of a product, but then how something, like, inflate in price? Like, that's like when people were trying to sell this, like, doing the PlayStations. It's literally just, when I see something increase in price, I see it as a scalp tactic, not, and this is what a product's worth, you know?
The only thing that should be priced a bit higher is limited edition.
Yeah.
Or rare limited things.
But, like...
Not a basic Pokemon card, not a basic fucking game, not a basic fucking little vinyl thing.
Yeah. Like, I don't get it. I don't get how... I still don't... We are in the heart of... Like, our generation is, like, the heart of collector pop culture stuff, but, like, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, but
like,
we also know our limit of, like, bullshittery.
But that's like, I was talking to Luke.
Like, I'll go for rare games and shit. I don't pay, like, way over fucking market for them.
But that was like, I was talking to Luke. So, I gotta try and get him on the podcast at some point, because he's like us. Can
we pause the potty? Let me go to little boy's room.
Pause the potty.
You don't have a pause button, do you?
No, I don't. I have to stop it. We'll come back at a mid-break. Alright. So, anyway, so, talking with, Luke. So Luke was telling me, he's been having to chase, Pokemon cards for his brother. So, because his brother's like, but he's in collecting for himself. Like, he's trying to collect sets and stuff. And like he said, like, it's a bit late for him to try and start doing it. Like, it's like, why? Like, he's in this weird binge now. Like, that he wants to collect Pokemon cards. It's literally the worst time, because so many people are literally into it to collect and scalp and create content from it. Like, it's very saturated with people buying Pokemon cards. And
it was that bad that people get robbed around here, like in Australia. Like, stores are getting broken into for their Pokemon cards.
Like, one recently, it was I don't know if it was up this way for Sydney or something, but there was like a store that got broken into, and the dude's like, he knew exactly what he was going in for. You see him breaks in, steals exactly the Pokemon cards, and then he walks out, and then he's like, once he's done leaves the store, he like pulls the face mask down and walks off. I was like, bro, you're a fucking dickhead either way. But it's just like, he outed himself, so I don't know if they caught him yet, but yeah. But no,
it's funny how all they take is Pokemon cards. I'm like, what a weird.
People want to resell them, yeah.
Like,
people resell the shit. Like, everyone's getting bad, so just resell them. Just buy them for, like, because people are buying them for, like, you know, $20, $30 and then flipping them for double the price. It's crazy.
Yeah, they're the worst ones. People who are buying them are just as bad.
Like, me and him were talking about, like, I'm in the boat at the moment where I'm going around hunting for cheap, like, clearance games. And I'm buying clearance games and then taking them to, like, EB Games or, like, CEX and then cashing them in and making money off of it just to make some extra cash. So,
yeah, it's
like,
only a couple of bucks. It's not like what they're doing, like,
no,
100.
So it's just like, it's just crazy though. Like, but they're specifically buying brand new products and then, like, doubling to tripling the price to make a profit. Where I'm just trying to make money to get by. Like, I'm not even worrying about, like, tripling, doubling, profiting. Like, as long as I'm getting extra money back, then it's making a small profit. Like, I don't care how big the profit margin is. Like, I'm not going out of my way being like, oh, you know, here's a $5 game, I'm going to sell it for $30. Like, some of the fucking, like, like some of the collectors that go around to, like, op shops, they'd be like, oh, I found this score for like $20, and then they sell it for $150 online. Like, you know, they bought a shirt for $5 or $2, and they're like, oh, we know what it is, we're going to sell it for $100 online. Like, it's a secondhand good. Like, what are you doing? Like, it's disgusting. Like, it's just
someone might have needed that who went in after them, and it's
yeah,
not there.
like they actually would prefer to have it at that price, you know. It's just crazy, like, how people just, like, I can understand making a small profit, but, like, I feel like, in my sense, if I was going to make a profit,
if you're buying just to sell it, you're not getting no fucking profit. No. Like, it shouldn't be that way.
And that's it. It's just crazy. But no, he was saying he was at the shops because he ended up going to one shop because I ended up seeing his brother, and I'm like, what? I was like, he's like, yeah, I'm here at this shop setting here because I got to get something for my brother. And I was like, but I'm seeing at these shops here, like at the different shops. I'm like, he's here now at the shops. I saw him and he's like, oh yeah, he's actually trying to get a set from there. And then I'm getting a set for him from here because he wants me to get it while I'm out. I'm like, makes sense. But I'm like, it's just because he's just trying to collect because he's just trying to get his, like, prospects
you
to
shouldn't have to go to different things.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's the saying. Like, it shouldn't be that problem in the first place. Like, that's how bad it's gotten. And like he was saying, Luke was saying, he went to the shops and he said he's at the shops and there's literally grown men, like, running around chasing for cards. It's like he goes, it's not even kids. Like, he was telling me, he goes, there's literally one guy that had a kid and he's like, "Oh, I want to get these cards for my son," and his son's like, "Yeah, Pokemon, Pokemon." But he goes, "It makes no sense because the kid is like barely of the age to be understanding what Pokemon is, but he's
I
using it
have
as an
never seen
excuse."
in this
Like,
day and age a kid go get Pokemon cards.
no, most kids can't these days because they're locked behind things that they're,
Oh,
you
they
know,
can. You just gotta ask for them. Like,
yeah, but kids don't go asking for things because they know not to. Like, their parents gotta, But like, it's just
crazy.
sad that we're in that point now that you know like even then, Pokemon cards. We're sad at the point the Pokemon cards have to be locked up or kept behind a
Yeah,
counter now
like
because limits are going to be held onto them, and people
I
are
remember back
stealing
in
them
the
more.
day, like we could just walk up. They're on the fucking counter. Like, you just how many cards you wanted? Like, how many
Mm,
packs? They're held like Magic cards have been. Like now,
yep.
like Magic cards have all been locked up because people
Yeah.
wouldn't
I
literally
mean, but now
go and
Magic
take
cards
them.
themselves have gotten worse, so they've marketed it. They know Magic even knows now. That's why we've talked before where they have specifically a range that's designed for collectors because they
Yeah,
know that like that's the audience, so they made them specifically for collecting and not for playing. But even then, it's just like that's dirty. It's just like trivial
right. Like,
crap. Like it's kind of disgusting when companies start getting onto it and getting involved. It's just like, so it's just.
but they'll never not do it though. To be honest.
But that's like me. I end up because I was thinking when I was going through it, I end up because I got my top spin still, but I end up
Yeah.
trading in my Diablo because I was thinking I'm not gonna really play Diablo, so
That's
I
still crazy. $5 for
so I
Diablo.
traded I got it for $5 and I traded it in. And I got $8 back.
Oh,
So
not
and then
not bad.
and
Yeah,
then I had
they're
that.
gonna sell that for like 30, 40, $50.
Well EB most probably CEX sell them for about like $18 for a copy if I was to sell it at CX, but it's kind of funny. Yeah,
If I
EB will
look
mostly
now, like
sell.
with a Double 4, like at
Yeah,
EB, it'd be
pre-owned.
yeah,
Pre-owned
fucking,
will
it'd be like $80
it'll be
maybe.
like
Actually,
40 maybe.
you're more than that. I think. I'm just having a look.
But like,
Diablo.
but that's what gets me though. Is EB is ridiculous for their like pre-owns.
Oh,
Like,
pre-owned, yeah, $50.
yeah, like I said, they gave me $8. You know what the worst problem was? Their actual value for it was like $6, like $7 for value. Like it was like
Wow.
$6.
Oh, but yeah, your card, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what it came to. I'm like, well, can you price match it with CEX because they do it for 8? But the difference is with CEX, they give you $8 cash or $11 store credit, but then they sell it for 18. Like that seems like a fair margin point that they're only making us a smaller profit back.
Mm.
But EB Games, on the other hand, we'll give you $8 cash,
Set up for 48.
but then we will resell it for an extra
Oh,
$40.
actually, yours was the Xbox one, wasn't it?
Yeah, how much is the pre-owned that one worth?
28.
28. So okay, so still then, if they were going to give me the normal five like 650 cash, that's still a 2150 profit they're making off of it.
Just not too bad.
So like, it's still interesting that they make a decent,
Because
still a decent
PS4,
cut.
PS5 are 48, Xbox is 28.
Mm.
Like,
So,
fuck.
but then I traded my other copy of Deathloop as well because I had 2 copies of Deathloop. I was
Oh,
like,
yep.
I was going like, I'm not going to sell. Like, I've got 2, but I'm like, I'm not really going to keep it and sell it because I know the game's discontinued. But I'm like, I'm not going to resell it. Like, I know even though I have 2 copies, I'm like, who am I going to sell it to? How am I going to? I'm not going to be like running around, farting around. I'm like, I'll just trade
Yeah,
it
put it
in.
on market. Put on marketplace.
But I was like, I'll trade into EB. I can always buy it back if I find another
Mm.
copy, if I want another copy. But I've already got a copy. So I'm like, I didn't need 2. So I traded in again. It was $5 I paid for it and got 8 for it. So.
Not too bad.
And then I went back to Big W and I bought their other copy of Top Spin and then traded that in. It was $5. I got $8 for it. So
Right.
and that was just to get
Hey,
get
$3 is $3.
like that's it. And that's like I'm kind of in the moment again where I'm doing that. It's like I'm just getting games cheap and then reselling them. So finding ones that will make a decent like a bit of profit.
But
back.
eventually, if you keep doing that, they get to a point where it's like, we can't take that. We can't
Yeah.
take that.
That's why you got to do
Because
your
there are too many
research.
of the one
Yeah,
thing.
so you got to do your research and see what the cycle is and what the go around is. So that's my go-to. That's kind of been good again. Which I mean, until other people start catching on and start doing it, then it goes sour again, which kind of sucks when that happens. But it's just trying to find little ways
it is what it is.
because it's just trying to find those little ways to make a little bit extra cash. Because like I've got nothing going for me. It's fucking hard at the moment. So
Oh, yeah.
that's why everything's like paying everything off and just trying to find ways to make money. So
Also, it's like I told somebody, it's like, because someone trying to get a job as well, and it's like the funny part is you're looking for a job. There's a job available. You can do it, but you haven't got the qualification on paper to do it. And then, or it's like they need someone new, but then you're looking at they still say no.
Yeah.
It's like,
but that was like I saw like this was on TikTok. I think it was.
What?
Yeah, I think it was a TikTok I saw, and it was an Australian post. It's like like a person from Australia that posted their video. But they made a thing going, "Yay!" It's like, "Yeah, I got a job after 578 job applications. I finally got a job." It's just like that's exactly it. Like there are some people that are applying for more than that are going around actually properly going out canvassing. Well, not properly. Like they don't care about it. Some people don't even care about that anymore.
Right.
They go, oh, go out they try and go, oh, go out in person and go to these places and give people your resume. There are places that will be like, no, sorry, we can't take resumes like that. You literally have to apply through email. Like
a long time ago, I went and handed in a handwritten resume and that to a camera place, like a Stallard, I think it was back in Stallard Camera House. I was like, they're like, oh yeah, we'll contact you at some point. They never did.
No, like there's no difference. Like you can try and see people in person. And then I do find it, and this is the funny thing too, that always gets me ironically though too. It's like I don't know how people don't think before they speak with some of these things. And you see people talking about it, posting videos about it, and then there's always people going like, "Oh yeah, it's like, have you seen how you look?" It's like, "Oh, you maybe piercings or tattoos." It's like, what does that got to do when people are applying online?
That's discrimination.
Yeah, no. But what gets me is like, how's people are going to be like, "Oh yes, I've sat online and applied for 1,000 emails for jobs, and they're going to decline me because of my tattoos or my piercings." Like. They don't see you. Like, you're applying for jobs online. That's why I fucking laugh when people make these videos about, like, the comments.
It makes no sense.
It's like, they don't see you. They don't see you. Like, the only thing that judge you on your age and sex, if they can assume that, is by your name. They can identify your gender by your name, and then your age by your level of experiences.
You're literally applying first for an interview, and then they go from there. Like, when they can judge you, like, if you're judging by tattoos and piercings, you're a fucking idiot.
Well, that's what I mean. It's just fucking hilarious how people have these comments. It's like,
it depends on the job. Like, there are some jobs where you have to be, you can't show tattoos or...
No, but most people can cover it up. But that's what I'm saying. It's just funny when people make remarks like...
aren't hiring stuff like that. Like,
yeah.
They're looking for specific things.
It's like, but that's what I'm saying though. It's just funny when people make these kind of comments and remarks to people about stuff when it's got nothing to do with it, because it's like, these people are applying to have an interview. They haven't even had an interview. It's like, these people are just applying to get the opportunity to interview. Like, that's the worst part. Like, I'm in that boat too. It's like, I'm applying just to kind of give myself the opportunity to try and get an interview. Like, it's not saying I'm getting the job. Like, I'm just applying to trying to go see them and then sit down for a meeting that's going to waste time. You know, like, that's the crazy part. Like, everyone's...
Not waste time, but
but like...
It's not guaranteed a job either. Like, it's...
That's exactly what I mean. Like, it's just like, it's just... And that's the crazy part that everyone's in. It's like, we're in this boat.
Because if you say one little thing that's not to their liking, they can just go...
Yeah, sorry, we don't...
Yeah, we'll call you. We'll talk to you again. And then they'll just won't.
Yeah. Yeah, they go, oh, well, yeah, you know, as soon as they say, okay, cool, yep. Yep, cool, sure.
Like, you don't know it either way. Like, that's how most things go. Like, they'll say, we'll contact you in the next few days, or...
Yeah.
Some people will get contacted, some won't. Like...
That's exactly it. Like, it's just crazy.
And the fact that there are way too many people for certain jobs, and... Because, like, someone who was looking for a job said... Someone who's, like, posting from the job side...
Yeah.
So, like, they have to go through, like, 1,500 applicants. I'm like, yeah, that's fucking tough.
And that's the thing that people don't see on that end, too, is that they've got to canvas through everyone's applications. And there's so many things. Like, that, people forget, like, how many people are applying for the same job.
And, like, they can find someone in the first 10. They go, oh, yeah, that person seems perfect.
Like, and they could be, like I said, and they could have been, like, in the next 100 batch, or the next 100 after that, they could be 300 deep. They could find even better people, but they're like, oh, we found the first 5. Or the first 10. It's like, yeah, they seem like best in the first top 100. You know, go, these are the first 100 people that apply.
It's just how business fucking works. Like,
it's just, it's a hard process. Like, but it's fucked. They don't realize, they keep trying to say, you know, all these things, but it's not. It's like, the system's fucked. We're all there. We're all struggling. It's just, so you just try and find your way to make it work. But
it's just, you have to show them why you're the best applicant, which
like,
are in an interview form.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to get to that point.
Like, I've been... That's why I've given up certain places to apply for.
Like, I'm thankful my jobs are just... I knew the people who owned things, and I just worked there. Like,
And that's exactly it. It's definitely a helpful bout.
so I've never had to apply for a job in my fucking life. I just had them. Like,
Yeah. But
yeah, like, I can do that. Like,
it's one of the things. It's like trying to find something that I can make money off of. That's like art is always a fun thing I can try and make money off of.
that was
But
like my sauce thing I did, like working
yeah,
for the game company. I
yeah,
didn't have to apply for that. I just ended up there. I'm like, okay, fuck. They just like what I did, and
there's another
there
bloody
was no
sauce.
application.
There's another weird collab they're doing with that lately. I saw something pop up for that.
Yeah, I had nothing to do with it, so.
I know, but it's just like all these weird collabs they crossing over with other games now. It's just like,
And they got that false fucking advertising. The game looks nothing like those ads.
I know. It's just like, but then like, that's why I'm surprised they managed to get this cross collabs with like, was it Hitman or something? There's like a new crossover. I think it might have been Hitman.
Oh boy.
But yeah, they got money.
They're fucking loaded. Like, they're fucking loaded.
I know, and they're ripping off the people that fucking help promote it and keep the game, you know.
Like, I know how good they are. Like, because I was fucking one of their cash cows.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, fuck.
But they screwed themselves over there. They screwed that over.
No, it was the actual people like me who
Mm.
the people who were creating screwed everyone over.
Yeah, other people. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, believe me.
There was a few. Yeah, got too carried away.
I would have still been there if them people didn't fuck it up.
Other people ruin it for everyone else. Yeah.
Yeah.
That happens too.
It just takes one shitbag. Like,
Yeah, doesn't get their way and carry on. They're like, "Oh, fine, then we'll just move everyone else."
no, they'll get their way a bit too fucking much.
Mm.
The thing was a PG fucking thing,
Yeah.
and they went way overboard
Yeah.
for money.
Trying to exploit.
Like, people want money. You don't want money. Money always leads to bad things.
Yeah, exploitations of things.
Like,
and...
that's
I just want money to live. I need money to live. I just can't live this sufficient
Right?
life. I just want to live
But you need money
sufficiently.
to live, and that's it.
I just
Nothing
want
more,
to live
nothing less.
sufficiently. Like that's all I want. I'm not asking
Right.
for a million riches,
Not
but I'd love to be...
sufficiently. Live comfortably.
Yeah.
Like, you have to worry.
Well,
Which,
that's the crazy part. Like, fucking comfort is a fucking luxury for me these days. Like, it's fucked. It's
Right.
kind of sad
Like
that certain things are classified as luxuries these days. Like, that's how bad it is for me. Like, I'm at the spot where things are luxuries. Like, certain things are luxuries. It's like, it's kind of sad that normal things start becoming luxuries. You're like, wow. You don't really
Right.
know about it until you experience. You're like, fuck. This is a thing that
Oh,
I was
yeah.
doing normally, and now I took it for granted. Now it's like that is a luxury. It's like, fuck me.
that's right. Treat everything as a fucking luxury. If you don't need it, it's a fucking luxury.
And that's it. So,
Because I was this was a long time ago now, over a decade, but I was literally camping because there was nowhere. Like,
yeah,
literally out in the fucking bush. I was just like, yeah. And then, thankfully, it turned around after a while. But like, hey,
That's
don't
it.
take nothing for fucking granted. That's for damn sure.
no, that's it.
Everything was a fucking luxury. That was when Flappy Bird was the thing.
Oh
Because I was out there playing fucking Flappy Bird,
god.
which is now back.
Um,
I'm like, fuck's sake.
So, a few other things I want to talk about. I wanted to bring up. I don't know if I want to talk about that part yet. I mean, I kind of can. I mean, we were joking about stuff earlier. We kind of got the rant out of the way before we started the podcast, which was pretty good. But I only wanted to bring up the Superman thing because it was ironically, like, in my own head, I came up with the little joke in my head. So, before we started sitting around this afternoon, I was like flicking through what I wanted to watch. So I ended up watching Twisters, and
That's pretty fucking good.
yeah,
Wasn't
this is a good movie. And I was like, wait,
I
that's
think it's
got...
better than the first one.
well, it follows similar parallels to the first movie. Kind of funny, like it's like a remake, but it's a sequel.
Like, it's literally set in the future. Like,
Yeah, but like it follows the same kind of
because they
trope.
used the gear that old mate used in the first movie.
Yeah, but like how it
improved.
paced, it kind of paced the same way, especially like the start of the movie. The start of the movie reminded me of the original movie start, like how it paced bit by bit, like how everything was.
The start was darker though. Like, god dang.
Yeah, but like I'm saying though, like it's still the same. Like they had the barrels, they had to go to the tornado. Shit went south, everything was getting ripped behind, like around, but it all kind of had the same key notes, like
Mm.
this, and this. Like it felt like the
The
same.
trend way to do their movies though, because you can't do it
Yeah.
any other way. Like it just.
But it was just
wouldn't
interesting, like how everything
work,
kind of paced the same, kind of used the same recipe, which like it makes sense. You want to
right?
keep in the same vein, like it's like I said, it was like a reboot, but then also a sequel at the same time because it was
Mm.
using the same kind of core principle, but then redoing it in a new light. But I just thought it was funny that the Superman actor who was in this, and then now he's
He's
playing
a dick bag.
like he's well, the thing is he's playing this. He did that movie, and then straight
Well,
after
not a dick
that.
bag, but he's so random.
But no, but it's just funny that I was looking at his IMDb, and literally the movies, recent movies, is literally that, and then Superman. Like it's literally Twisters and then Superman, and I'm like, is this? And I was like, while I was watching, I was like, is this? I was thinking, is this some kind of Elseworld like Man of Steel? Because you follow Superman, Man of Steel. The start of the movie literally starts off with Clark Kent at a tornado, and his dad's like, no, it's fine. He gets sucked off in the Twister, and then it becomes the whole thing. I'm like, we've got the new Superman who's like in Twister and being like, he's a storm chaser. Like, is this like an Elseworld like Superman? And like, this is actually Clark Kent, and he's like under disguise. It's like, I'm gonna try and find my dad or figure out what happened to my father. You know, is this some kind of weird parallel? And he's like chasing Twisters, and then the next movie is we find out he's Superman. Like, is this an uncanonical? Like, I was just like, that's just too ironic that the two movies he's like Superman in the sense of Superman. You've got a guy that supposedly looks like Henry Cavill. Then you've got literally the principle of how Man of Steel paces, and then you've got this guy's whose new
I
career.
don't see the resemblance. He looks nothing
No.
like Henry Cavill though.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I quoted the people call him
Hmm.
like the look like Henry Cavill lookalike.
He looks more Clark Kent than Henry
know.
Cavill does. Like,
But it's just funny that, ironically, that his latest two movies that are back to back basically was Twisters and then Superman, which follows the same pace as Man of Steel, Twister in the start of the film, and then he's Superman at the second half of the film. It's just like, what the fuck? Like, was someone making a joke there? Did they realize that? We're like, they're thinking, oh, we've got him casted.
yeah, but technically he wasn't doing the Twister part. He was there, but he.
That's what I mean. Like, that's what I mean. It's like kind of the joke. Is it's like but no, it was just kind of like my brain.
He was just a dude's right hand man.
Yeah.
Like,
But no, my brain just came up with that
dude
joke.
was a dick, though. That fucking.
Yeah. But no, that start was fucked though. That start of Twisters 2 was fucked.
Yeah, I was just like.
Like, it came in hard, and like as they're running, that first dude just get yanked up. It's just like, thump, and then they're like running through, and then the chick gets fucking stabbed, and then she's all like, oh, and then her friend can't climb up, and then she gets smacked by debris under the bridge and just fucking takes her off. And then her boyfriend's just like trying to come, and then he just goes, thump, and he's just there next to it. He's like, hold on, wrap your arm around. And then he's like, hold, and then he's just thump, and it's just like, so he gave her advice, but then he didn't follow his own advice or something.
Because he couldn't.
Yeah, it was just like, but he's just like plucked. And I was like, wow.
He
like,
sacrificed himself so she could hold on.
yeah, it's just like, oh my god, like that's crazy.
Which in that situation, it's just hold on and just hold on tighter, like.
Yeah, like come on, bro. Like he wasn't really holding
Because
on.
Twisters can actually do that. Just.
But no, it was a
That's
good
why I was
movie
like,
though.
I'm glad we don't get them like that here. Like we do get them,
Yeah,
but
not like that. Though.
nothing's like a movie tornado.
But,
Like,
I mean,
they're nothing like that.
That Twisters, I definitely kind of enjoyed the pacing of it because I kind of remember the pacing of the first movie, and I did kind of like how they did this one, like compared to the first one. Like the first one was great, mind you. Like the first one will always be, it's a staple point.
Yeah.
Like it's a decent film, but like I felt like they took certain moments and made it a little bit better. Like they improved.
Not work, but did them again.
Yeah,
like,
and then
they took
refixed some stuff.
elements and did them a little bit better. Like.
So,
Which is needed in the sequel. Like, you don't got to reinvent another movie. Like, you don't have to reinvent it. You just do what it was naturally. Like, just tornadoes don't change.
But I like how they made the premise though halfway through the movie where they're all just so chill and they're just like, alert, danger! We've got a tornado in approach, and you're like it just come out of nowhere. Like it's like Jaws kind of thing.
No, they didn't come out of nowhere. Remember, they just escaped it and then went and.
No, they're at the rodeo. They're at the rodeo scene where they're at the.
Yeah, that was already coming from a mile away.
Like, I don't know. It just seemed like there was no real
It just
kind
got
of
bigger as it got closer to him.
That's what I mean. Like, it's kind of like not really there. No one's like, oh yeah, it's fine, whatever. And then just like it's coming, but then it was like they made it like a menacing villain though. Like how I'm just being like how they did that whole thing. It was like a menacing villain. Like there was all nothing. Everything was calm and calm. Like it was like it was all like peaceful, like having fun, and they're like everyone's getting the alerts and like the sirens going off, and then you see the flash of it. It's just like in the dark of night, and there's this big menacing like tornado coming with the lightning sparking everywhere, and it's just like a villain, like literally like a villain, just like
Right.
and everyone's like freaking out and like it's just
Yeah,
yanking
that's
everyone.
what I
And,
wouldn't do. like
it's just kind of like there's like the
that's
people in
just
the
for the
car.
movie.
They're like, oh no, we're gonna get in the pool, and they're like, oh,
Right.
but like, and they get in the car, and you see the car get like, it's already instantly there, like it's coming over, but then it's there, and the car gets yanked up, and then it's coming over the pool, and then the dude like gets yanked as well when he's in the pool. He's like, don't
I
stand
do
up.
like their idea of the car clamp into the ground, like
Yeah, well, that was in the first movie
because
as well.
there's a tornado chaser, so you
Yeah.
had to have it.
Because that, like I said, that was in the first movie. They had that stuff in the first film as well. So
Did they?
yeah, because
I don't think
they
did.
learned because the first
not
sequence.
not the car clamp, not
Yeah,
the
yeah,
thing
yeah,
that
yeah.
went into the ground.
Yeah, they had
Oh,
something
right.
like that later on in the movie. So in the first sequence, I think they learned from that because the car got. So then later on, they had the. I remember it in the first movie that they did something like that because they drove through and they like. I remember they were locked down in the car in the first movie as well. It happened. There was a scene, and it was clamped down, and the storm went over them. Because basically the same situation.
No, there were no car clamps in the first movie.
There should be something like that because I remember it was basically 1-to-1. It was similar.
No.
They were in the storm.
Nope.
Yeah.
It was only the second one.
Yeah, no, because I remember.
Just from that dickhead dude who had him.
Yeah, no, because I remember it in the first movie that there was something like that. But
The funny part was he went to the eye of the storm, then clamped.
yeah,
Of course, nothing's gonna happen in the eye of the storm.
well, that's what. Yeah, I know, but that's what she wanted to be. Like it was weird how they. But I don't know. It's even menacing how they had. It's like, oh, it's just,
he's like right in the middle of the storm. He's just like, it's like,
yeah, she's
what?
like.
Nothing happens in there.
Well, that's the whole point. You got to
Yeah,
release it in the middle, but yeah, that's what she was doing. She got to that point.
Yeah, but you had to do it before you got into there, not after you're in
Well,
there. 'cause-
remember, she had problems too. 'Cause she's trying to hit the button and the latches wouldn't come off. So there was
No,
like
I'm talking about the first time.
Oh,
that
the first one,
the dude had it. He went right to the middle and did it. Like,
yeah. They kind of because he like I said he was.
we do it before you hit the main part of the tornado.
No, it was very. But this one was bigger. They made this. They definitely made the tornado in the second one's bigger. They went crazy.
Yeah, because they were like 20 years later, so things just got bigger. Also, it was just convenient how the right temperature, everything happened.
I think the reference, I don't know if anyone's talked about it, I didn't really do any digging into it, but I think they made the reference there was like that the bloke that's in the second movie, I think he's meant to be kind of tied to the first movie, because he makes reference as a kid that he saw a tornado with his mum and it was like that. Like, and I think that was their way of kind of like, he would have been like maybe a kid that was in the first movie. Like,
lady was part of, not her, but her parents.
So it's like they try
to do with the first movie. Somewhere.
They just try and make little things where they like
Around
had the experience. Time. Yeah, because like he was that age where he would have been a kid, technically in the first movie. You know what I mean? Like so they kind of like try to tie things together, not canological. Like it's in the same universe, same time, like everything. Like it's probably a proper sequel in the universe, but like you do things to reference things that kind of make it feel like it's connected more directly. But
well, they are directly connected.
Yeah. But I feel like the bloke would have been like possibly a kid that was in the first movie, but I haven't seen the first movie in forever, and I can't remember if I've seen any kids to like.
The only thing that links them really is that Dorothy device. That,
I know it's literally the 1-to-1 device system that they used.
Yeah, because it's the exact same thing. It's just in the future. Like they took what worked and just made their own.
But it's kind of interesting. But what got me though, it's kind of funny. Is like the first movie set up this tech that could actually do that to tornadoes, and then they're using the tech in the second movie, and she goes, and they got the calculations wrong, and it didn't do anything. It's like, but they perfected it in the first movie. That was the whole point of the first movie. I thought kind of not necessarily perfected, but it worked.
Failed miserably.
But yeah, because I thought they used it in the first movie and it worked at the ending as well.
I think it worked right at the end of the movie, and that's it. Like right at the very end.
That's what I mean. Like they kind of make it seem like that it worked, so therefore they should have learned from that. That's what I mean, though. But they should have learned from it theoretically from all that time. For 20 years, if you made this tech, you think, oh, it should work because you've made it. But then it's like it's interesting how they
But also right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. If you have a movie that sets up a tech, you think, okay, they tested it and it worked, and they figured out how it's the.
Well, technically, it did work in Twisters. Like it did work, but
the calculations were wrong, so it didn't work properly. Like it wasn't used the right way. So it's like but they should have known that research because the research had already been done 20 years prior. You know what I mean? So in that time of
Tornadoes
20
are
years,
different in that period. They've become a lot more unpredictable and bigger. And,
yeah. So it's interesting, like,
like the
yeah,
ones in the original movie aren't that massive.
no, they went crazier.
They were literally walking in it in the first
Mm.
movie. Like they were walking around, like literally just out of the car, just like, like
I mean, some of them
they're only
bad.
little tornadoes. They
Well,
never really flipped cars or anything.
we
Mainly a
got
cow. That was it.
I say in the first movie we did get a bit harsh because I think they did, yeah. Because I remember the cow went flying and some shit went flying. But,
Yeah, but nothing massive. Like
mm,
no, a couple of cars, but nothing big.
mm. But
Like
no,
the first
so,
movie done safe. The second one they went a
yeah,
little bit
yeah.
bigger.
The effects.
Look, I know only a couple people died in the first one.
I know so many people died in the second one.
What are they?
Like they were like not holding back there. Like fuck me.
Because when you think about it, like people don't usually die in tornadoes.
But then again, they felt like though with this movie too, it felt like they left it open that they could set up for a third one. I was like, really?
I hope not.
I was like, really? Like, you didn't need to have a second. Like, we didn't even need to have a second, but they did.
No, but it worked. So,
but like, I feel like, but then how they did this one, I was like, oh, don't do this. Don't kind of leave it open ended where
you've already had the mother of all fucking tornadoes, and you've got it. So you've got the tech for that. So you don't need any more.
It's like, what are we gonna have? Which we've seen like the twins dance around each other. What are they gonna do? Like, they're gonna make it even menacing in the third movie, where you see a giant tornado come in, and then little ones rotate around it. Like, you're gonna have like this whole fucking Beyblade bullshit.
Happened
like
in that one.
They didn't do all. No, it was only the one that dropped in there. It was like a little ones, like that one little one that circled as the two.
Yeah.
It was the twins, and then the twins like were there, and then the twins split.
Yeah, you can't really do that again.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like they're gonna just be like, literally, like, boom, here's a tornado, and then just like have 3 or 4.
You'd have to make it multiple twisters, like multiple big ones or something. Like,
that's like world destruction almost.
I hope they don't do it. Like, fuck.
Because then that becomes like a world destruction film because that's unrealistic. Because like that's like more catastrophic if you can have multiple like tornadoes. If you're gonna have like 4 mini tornadoes appear, like that's catastrophic levels. Like
that's like what's it called? That 2012 movie all over again. Like
2012 and stuff. I've
actually never seen that movie, to be honest.
Oh, it's so goofy.
I like that 2004 one. You know the what's it called?
The Day After Tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a fucking
with
good
the
one.
ice, with the big ice storm that comes down and freezes everything. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. 2000. That's over 20 years ago, man.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal.
You know when we're saying his name wrong, it's not fucking Gyllenhaal. Because he's he's from Europe. Like it's said way differently.
Yeah, but that's how I think he says it, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, because it's for us fucking idiots who don't speak fucking
it's like
Swedish.
I think it's like Gleen Howland or something like that. It's like
Gyllenhaal or something like
Gleen like Gyllenhaal or something like it's.
I'm pretty sure he's Swedish, so it's got that. That's why he doesn't use it.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
It's just how it's spelt. That's how we say it. Like it's like I didn't know he was fucking Swedish.
Him and his sister.
Yeah. Like it makes sense.
She was in Batman.
Yeah.
Words.
He did play good in Mysterio, though. I will say that's probably his best.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Best role. Jake Gyllenhaal's pretty good.
I like his old movies. Jarhead.
Donnie Darko.
Haven't seen it.
Donnie Darko's good. That's a real mindfuck, that one.
Yeah. Oh, Life. He was in Life with Reynolds too.
Yeah, more recently.
That's not recent.
Well, I'm saying that's like in the last 10 years.
Oh, it's recent times, not recent. Like
it's in the last 10 years. Like 5 years ago. 3 years ago. Like it's recent.
It was 2017. Fuck.
Wait, Life was 2017.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Fuck! I feel like that was like 2020, 2021 or something like that.
No, 2017.
Fuck it. I haven't watched Life yet. I didn't know it was that long ago. Fuck.
It's a decade.
Yeah, well, it's in the last 10 years, but fuck, I didn't mean like literally in the last 10 years, like 10 years nearly. I thought it was like 5 years ago. Fuck me.
Nah, 8 years ago, my boy.
I gotta watch that.
And I'll say that is Ryan Reynolds' best movie too.
I gotta watch that movie. Fuck. I got Max, so.
Oh, do it. It's on Netflix.
I don't have Netflix now.
It's on Prime.
I got Prime.
You have to buy it on Prime though.
Oh, look at that.
I don't know. It just said Amazon Prime subscription, so just on Prime. Okay. I have a live look for you. I got Prime ready on the PC.
Maybe it's just I was saying I look to my app if I wanted to.
Ah, do it on here. It's fine. It is a good. It's fucked. Like it is a very serious movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Life is on Prime. Yeah, you just watch it straight on there.
2017. My God.
Yeah, 2017, man. Like it's.
Fuck.
I forgot it was that long ago. To be honest, I thought it was like 2018, 2019.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, what the hell? Life with Eddie Murphy.
Oh god dang it! Now I was looking at the accountant. That was 2016. Fuck.
Wait, I've already watched that. What the
What?
fuck? Oh, mum. Oh, don't tell me mum's watched that.
What Life?
No, my mum's watched it already.
What's that?
Oh, recently added to Amazon was A Working Man with Jason Statham.
Oh,
And just
yeah.
come out. I'm like, it says watch from the beginning, like it's, and I can see it's like already been watched. I'm like, wait, I haven't watched that. I was like, oh, she's watched it. Clearly, she's been on my account and watched it.
That's hilarious.
My mum loves watching Jason Statham movies. Apparently, she's obsessed. I guess
And what you don't know is most of them are trash.
they're very B grade
Like-
movies. Yeah, like they're not like
They're
massive.
very, they're very.
They're all, but they're very Jason Statham though. Like Beekeeper.
They're all
Working
very the
Man.
same thing, just titled different.
He plays like a dad or something like that, and
Yeah,
So I
like
guess
it's kind
he
of like Vin Diesel in the
he gets
mid
betrayed on.
2000s. Like,
He's like a work. He's like either a dad or he's just a man, family man, or just like and he gets turned on.
and
Like
yeah, they're all got
he's
the
in the
same
wrong.
fucking plot point.
He's always in the wrong place at the wrong time. He gets
Yeah.
screwed over, and he's got to like he's nearly on the brink of death, and then he gets revenge. Or
I
he's
hate it because he deserves more. Like
like,
he can do more. Look at Transporter, one of his
Yeah.
best fucking things.
that's what started him down that route of being that niche.
And now it's the same
So-
thing since, except for
Uh,
no, every movie
But,
except for Hobbs and Shaw.
I was talking to, but no, I'm going to get into this now. I want to get into it before we go on to anything else. I want to get this rant out the
Oh,
way.
Craven's on Prime now too. Look at that.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
I know we were talking about last night, and like how it's been like to me. It's been like yeah, whatever. Like it's been pretty reasonable with what I've been like experiencing and looking from a certain angle, and how it's been my consumption of it. So Fortnite, my consumption of it's been. And you're like, oh no, they're just as bad, man. I'm like, no, they're not. They're fine. Like, because I know Apple's are complete dicks, but the
That's every
way,
company.
but I was like, that's over. I was like,
No, I just woke up to your message and went.
I was like, fuck you, you're right. Fuck you. Like, but that's the thing. I'll admit it. Like, I'm not gonna be like, ooh. Like, I was like, nah, fuck
Right.
you, you're right. Like, because there's a few things that's been happening, and I've been like humming and hawing. Like, I know it's been annoying and everything. And I've been talking.
Because
About
I don't have the view of I'm a Fortnite fan. I can see the other.
So
I don't have the
as the
goggles on.
Yeah. So as the consumer, well, not the goggles. Like, yeah, I know what you mean. But like as a consumer, with where I'm sitting from my point, it seems okay with a balance of things. But every now and then they kind of drop the ball with how they do shit. And this is like a whole mix of different things. But at the moment, this season's been the Star Wars season. And just in general, they've been dropping the ball a fair bit. So you think, okay, Star Wars season starts May, you get things going, you know, what would you do? You go, okay, May the 4th, you know, because that's a couple of days into the thing. Oh, we'll do something for May the 4th, wouldn't you think? Because it's a Star Wars season.
You would
We're
think.
partnered, you do something. May the 4th came, nothing. No little mini event to start off the season,
They wouldn't.
no activities. The item shop was poorly advertised, and when it was like the May the 4th, like actually like around the world May the 4th, they updated the store and they mainly put in like Avengers skins and like nothing fancy, like random other bundles. Like I'm like, it's May the 4th. Wouldn't you push Star Wars content? No. Okay, wait a couple of days. It's about May the 6th, May the 7th now. Oh, maybe we should start putting Star Wars content in the store. And then they started flooding in like, oh, here's these different bundles and different skins. Nothing too crazy, but the stuff we've already seen. So it's just re-rinsing stuff that's already been in the store. Nothing, nothing new. But it's like, okay, if you're going to do that, why couldn't you have done that on May the 4th when it was Star Wars Day
earlier.
and try and make the money on Star Wars Day and having those skins out for people to buy, that even though they're rinse repeating store items because people have already, they always do it every so often, you know. It's like, but no, like, okay, and and then you leave it, wait a few days, and then you're like, oh, we're gonna, and just how they've been doing stuff in rinse and repeat of like bringing things out and taking away the items. They've been doing a very mismanaged like pattern of doing it. It's like, why are you trying to sell these style of items with these things which make no sense? So that was kind of like, okay, a little bit annoying. It's like I'm not really consuming the skins anyway. Like I've got my set few, so it's kind of like whatever. It hasn't bothered me too much there. So I'm like, whatever. And then they're like, because of the pass, we're gonna have our mid, sequence event. Well, not event, but like, you have your pass, and then bonus unlocks, the bonus content and challenges will unlock at a certain date. So like, okay, the 15th, we're gonna have these challenges unlock and do the whole rollout cycle for the extra bits of the pass. The 15th comes, and earlier in that day, they're like, oh, by the way, and they're very vague with how they explain. They're just like, oh, an update's going to be delayed. We'll do it the 16th. Thinking, oh yeah, it shouldn't affect the pass. No, the pass content is apparently part of the update. So you had to wait a whole extra day, and they didn't really update anything or do anything. And then when you mentioned and try and contact customer support, they go, oh, have you just tried refreshing the game because it should be there? It's like, it literally isn't, because it's part of the update that you guys aren't pointing out until a day later.
That
so
is
how
literally a stock standard fucking response.
Yeah, it's like, how are you giving like information telling people to like refresh and it should be there, it should be working, when it clearly isn't, and you've already put out a message saying that it's delayed. Like, okay, like that's very annoying. So then you got to wait that whole day, and they finally but then they put out an update. The servers were down for 3 hours for an update to make the passes then be active in that as well. It's like, why are these passes binded to this? Like, you shouldn't be having these things binded. And it's just like, what the fuck? Like, just for some skins and items. Like, why? This should have already been in the base thing to roll out before the update even existed. Why are these bounded to the update? Like, they didn't need to be bounded to it. But they were, so they could bring it. They were lazy enough, so 8 gig update, servers down for 3 hours, which I don't know why servers had to go down. It makes sense now because they decided to implement an AI, which that's another thing I'll get to in a second.
No.
But so all this shit was bounded in this patch update, so they had to get the servers down to get things to work, which is fucking stupid that they decided to do it partway through a current season, which ends June the 7th.
Thing up. What do I mean?
Fucking. Then the skins come out, and the 4 secret skins, after getting Palpatine and his different versions and items shit there, is just 4 of the stock standard characters from the Battle Pass that are already in the base Battle Pass, the 4 characters. But they've got their Star Wars variants, they're black, with the orange outline, which is what the font looks like for the word Star Wars. The banner font where it's Star Wars, and it's like the black with the stars and then the yellow outline. They've done variants of that for the skins. Looks fucking completely horse trash. The worst fucking... So why did we have to hide and wait for them to be unlocked?
Why would you do that for the skins, though? Like,
I know,
what?
but then why do we have to wait for an update to unlock those for trash? Something simple as that. Why did they need to be behind it? Why weren't they in the game source files to begin with? Like, you making this content and we had to wait for that? Like, it's horseshit. And then
that's messed up.
Greaves, and then we got General Grievous. They got his robotic, which makes sense. His normal robotic form. Weird. But he's got his normal robotic form, but they have his part normal form, but then they've got robotic arms because he has a built-in emote, which he does the so-called saber twirl, but they don't have sabers for his emote, so he has these staffs. And he does the arm split and spins his staffs around.
You spend all this money, but you can't put sabers.
Yeah.
As you can.
So that's the another annoying thing, and they've been doing Star Wars stuff for years. But then they did this kind of normal. Well, it's not human. It's his alien species form, Grievous, with the mechanical arms, so he can still emote and split his arms. The only problem is, canonically, that version of Grievous doesn't exist because the last thing he does as himself is get the robotic arms. It to be the forearm split.
Right.
He's already like fully cybernetic before he even gets those arms. So canonically, they've already ruined Grievous by not canonically building him right. So he's got the organic body with his mechanical arms, which doesn't, like I said, doesn't canonically fit up with his character. So that's kind of fucked there. There's a whole bunch of other shit there which kind of makes no sense. That's how they've done. None of that
makes fucking sense.
Yeah. The other thing as well is that started getting on my nerves, grinding my gears. For the whole season so far, lightsabers have been completely trash. Blasters are apparently better than lightsabers, which makes no sense. It's Star Wars. Lightsabers are better than blasters. Now that's not just my opinion. That's how Star Wars works.
That's how it should work.
I mean, the good thing they did, they buffed the vehicles, which makes sense because vehicles like the TIE fighters and X-wings were just getting blown up left, right, and center out of nowhere, so that you'd crash them all the time. But they fixed that, give him more health now, which makes more sense. It fucking needed it because it was just ridiculous. Um, uh, then the way they advertised this season is very misleading. They advertised the season and they go on like, oh, Darth Jar Jar, and how they advertised him and stuff made it feel like he was going to be part of the pass. Ends up not being part of the pass. And not just having Darth Jar Jar, they have Jar Jar Binks as well. So you have Jar Jar Binks has been added and Darth Jar Jar is added. The only difference is Jar Jar Binks is in the item shop. He's got his normal price of 2,000 V-Bucks for his bundle, but it's 1,500 for the character, which is normal price for things. The only problem with Darth Jar Jar, on the other hand, is he doesn't have a bundle, but there's bundle items where there's him, his orb cube that he has. Remember in that movie where he gets the ball? I don't say orb cube. I don't know why I said that for. It fucking makes no sense.
The orb cube.
But it's like in the movie, he has Jar Jar, he has the blue one. Is Darth Jar Jar, he has the red one, and he has like a weapon wrap, and then I think there was like a pickaxe or something. But they're not in a bundle. So you got to buy them separately. So you're not spending 2,000 V-Bucks for him. You're spending like 3,000 plus to get all his stuff if you want to get all his stuff. But to get his stuff, you got to play the game and earn XP to unlock the ability to buy him. That's what's gotten me. It's like, why a character you've advertised in the trailer big heavily for this season is locked behind an XP wall, and then you got to pay for him as well. So it's not just one wall, it's two walls. I can understand when Fortnite originally did that.
The XP wall and the fucking paywall.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Then why promote him so heavily?
Exactly. Like, it's so dirty.
What do you think a promoted character would be at the end of the pass?
Yeah. That's what...
Like,
and then...
Before?
So, like, you have this heavily... And then the worst problem is, they didn't put him in the item shop, like, not until now. So we've had to wait so long for him to come out. And then now he's in the item shop. But again, he's behind a paywall, like an XP wall. So you got to earn 1.3 million XP before you get the ability to purchase him, and everything else subsequently unlocks before him. And then you have the option to spend, once you've unlocked that amount of XP, you have the option to buy him for 1,500. Like, it's just stupid.
Isn't it funny how you have the option to buy him at 1,500?
Yeah, it's like, yeah. It's like people are saying,
you can buy him. You have the option.
It's like people have been saying, it's like they should, if he's stuck behind an XP wall, he should be at a cheaper cost. Like,
yeah,
it shouldn't be that expensive. Like, the bundle works that way.
Price.
Yeah, if we're gonna earn XP to unlock him, like, that shouldn't be. It's fucking ridiculous. Just dirty.
That's not right.
And then the other thing that got me kind of annoyed was Jack was like, "Oh, I've got 1,000 V-Bucks. Can I buy some?" I said, "Oh, you can buy one of the passes so you can get some extra content." And he's like, "No, I can't." He went and looked, goes to try and buy one of the other passes. He couldn't do it. So the battle pass, which I don't know if it's still the same price now because I get the crew pass, but originally the battle pass was 1,000 V-Bucks. The OG pass is 1,000 V-Bucks. And when I remember, the fucking used to be the music pass and the Lego passes used to be 1,000 V-Bucks. But now looking at the store, when Jack was like, I can't buy the Lego pass, for the Lego pass, it's now 1,400 V-Bucks for the Lego pass and 1,400 V-Bucks for the music pass. So they put them up by 400 V-Bucks. Yeah. But then you go to the item shop but you go to the V-Bucks section to buy V-Bucks. You can't buy 1,400 V-Bucks. You either buy 1,000 or you buy
a 500.
Or there's the 11.95, which is 1,000. Then there's the the 29.95 for like 28 2,800.
You got to buy that one.
And then there's like a next one again, which is like the 500, which is like $47. And yeah, it's like, so you can't even buy anything in between. You're literally gonna, if you want to buy the music pass or the Lego pass, you're literally gonna have to buy at least $20 to $30 nearly of V-Bucks, so you can just buy one of those passes, which is now forcing you to buy. They're trying to make you buy the crew pass because the crew pass is only $17.95 a month. So they're trying to push people just to buy the crew pass every month. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's just fucked. It's dirty. I'm like, horrible. What the fuck? Like, that's to push the price up and then fucking, yeah.
Like, that is predatory, man. Like,
that's what I mean. That's what I was like, at first I was like, well, no, they're not that bad. After experiencing that, like, this morning, going through and breaking everything down last night, this morning, I'm like, no, that's fucking dirty as fuck. Like, they're literally trying to push people to the subscription service, get people to pay every month. Like it does work out being the cheaper option technically because you get access to all 4 passes plus the Rocket League pass. Then you get then you get given 1,000 V-Bucks every month, and you get a
But
skin. So it kind of like makes sense almost, but like that's the guilty way going. Oh, we'll do this to make it
yeah,
justifiable to you.
yeah,
It's like, oh
they
my god.
created a problem, but they created another problem creating that problem
Yeah, they created a
to
problem.
remedy the problem.
They're creating these walls to go like, oh, here's all these walls, but here's the one door that you can get through. So they're making all these fake narratives to force you to buy a process.
Yeah, this is why that I won't touch that in
It's just
general.
like,
Like,
oh.
what
It's like, fuck me.
No,
Like that's just bad. Like, why can't someone like earns V-Bucks from their pass? Be like, oh, I just want to buy this. Like, no.
I don't do the online like subscription games.
It's just.
I know what they're like because every company does. Now the Epic's finally caught on to doing it. They're just creating stuff that aren't problems until they make it a problem.
And then that's the thing.
They make you buy the other tier because it's more money in their pocket.
Yeah, forcibly because you go, oh, it seems cheaper, but you're guaranteed to give them money though in the end.
That should be an option.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't have to be doing it. Like, people have to do this. Like,
yeah. If they want to get anything out of it, exactly, they have to do this if they want to get anything. Like, it's a small price to pay for, like, it's like, oh.
Like, I hate being right on things, but that is one thing. Whereas, like, every company does it. It's just some are worse than others.
But I said they keep pushing that inch. They just keep pushing a little inch, a little bit more and more, and see how they get it. And the more they keep pushing. Like, I understand.
Fortnite, people are going to buy it.
Yeah, it's like I get Fortnite has to pay people now because technically, anyone that creates a map and anytime someone loads into that map, the person who made the map gets paid for it. Like that's how they.
Then again, they're getting millions upon billions of dollars a year anyway. Why they need more?
I know.
Who's taking home the big billions?
Yeah, but it's just been ever since Old Mate left. It's been kind of shit because there was
Who left?
Because Donald Mustard isn't got really anything to do with Fortnite anymore, and I think Tom Sweeney is gone as well.
That explains what he's been saying recently, then.
Because they were the ones. Donald Mustard.
He was the one complaining about Todd Sweeney at the store. He's complaining about the Epic store.
Yeah, he was the one that
was so badly done. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah, because he was the one that was behind a lot of the Epic stuff and Fortnite.
So he's just gone then. Like he just left. Like,
so I don't know when.
I guess he got his money and like, nah, fuck you, see yous. Like, and they get shit like this under new management, I'm guessing. Yay. Gotta love it, don't you? I'm pretty sure Todd Sweeney's still there, though. Like, he's in the Epic, just not under the Fortnite stuff, I'm guessing.
Tim Sweeney.
Tim Sweeney.
Todd Howard.
Yeah, he's still the CEO. Like,
but I guess he doesn't have the same input, even though I know it's weird. Because everyone's been like calling it, being like, we need Tim Sweeney on this. We need Tim to be sorting this out. Something's going on. Like, I feel like things are happening and he's not aware of what's going on or something. I don't know. It's very weird. Because
well, he just spoke about like the clunkiness of the Epic launcher, and he's like, we have to do better. I'm like, yeah, you fucking do.
Like that's what I mean. It's crazy that he's having to call out. He's the CEO. Like the thing, he's the CEO and he's calling out his own shit. Like he shouldn't have to be called. Like he shouldn't be having to call his employees out. Like the ones who are running this.
CEO, why isn't he just telling them to change?
That's what I mean. It's like, what the fuck's going on then? He's the CEO, and yet he's calling it out. Like he gets it, but like he shouldn't have to. He shouldn't have to be calling out on social media. Like that's bad. That's bad if a CEO has to call it out himself on social media. Like that's something's going wrong. Like
I'm just happy that he acknowledges that. Because I said from the start, the thing is clunky. If they did the same way as Steam, it'd be a lot fucking better.
Yeah.
Or even better, get rid of your fucking launcher and go through fucking Steam.
Oh, it's too late now because they've got the whole fucking thing.
Well, it's not really. They just merged it fucking over, like what Old Mate did for Bethesda. Now they're on fucking Steam.
Yeah, but that launcher still exists, I think, somewhere.
Yeah, but you don't have to use it though.
It's just
good. Like every company needs to fucking do that. Every company that like Epic. I'm not using that fucking launcher. Like I'll just I'll claim the free game. That's about it.
Yeah.
So that's costing them a lot of fucking money because no one's buying shit there. Like they did claim the free games. Like
that's it. I mean, I was getting some games when I was using my PC.
Yeah, only when they're cheap. Like most people. Like
But I've got a massive library of free games. It's crazy.
Like, I'm not buying a full price, like $80 game on Epic's launcher. Fuck no.
Mm.
That's why I'm happy you got Rocket League on fucking Steam. Like,
Well, you got it before all the nonsense though. That's a different thing altogether though. That's just a shit show
Yeah.
now. Like that original version was better.
yeah, like I have no crashes. Mules on Epic crashes. The Epic, like, it's
Yeah.
just they just rushed that out. I think they just got it out there and that was it.
Oh, I don't even know. Yeah.
Like same as the Fall Guys. You're like, you bought Fall Guys. I'm like, I got the better version still. Like the more stable version, I should say.
Hey, what's that?
Like the Fall Guys before it went to Epic.
Yeah, well, that version doesn't even work anymore.
Yeah, it does.
No, they shut it down.
I can load it up.
Especially
I'm
the rolled.
not going to,
I'll say it might be the rolled
I'm not
over
gonna
patch
load it
version
up.
because that original version that you bought,
Yeah.
that technically doesn't exist anymore. Like it.
No, I think
literally-
I got the upgrade.
They
newer
converted
thing.
you over. But that's the crazy part though.
I
Like
don't go through Steam to use it though.
yeah. But that's what I'm saying though. That's the
Okay,
crazy
right.
part though. Is like that you bought that version. That version you bought no longer exists. Even though you bought it and own it, they updated it to the newer version. Like that's the crazy part. Like it's gone because it's digital. Like it's gone, no longer around. Like it's like that's what I mean. Like that's the sad part. That's what I think. That's the sad part in that is you paid money for that. I got it for free. Like you got bonuses because you paid for it. So you got the like the legacy. Basically, you got the legacy edition.
Yeah.
So they gave you content because you spent money. But like I've got the exact same version now that you have for free. Like it's so stupid how they did that. Like it's just like it's like fuck. Like you know what I mean? Like it's like same as Rocket League. You bought Rocket League, and then now it's all converted over to the same thing. That original version of Rocket League in sense is gone. It's now the Epic version, not the Sonic's. You know what I mean? The Sonic version in sense no longer exists. It's the Epic version when they bought them. That Sonic version is gone now. Like it's the Epic's version of Rocket League, and it's just.
I don't know I even bought Rocket League. 'Cause I bought that way before I got bought.
That's what I mean.
way
Like,
before.
I know you got it way longer, and I remember playing it because it was like on free. I think they brought it to Game Pass before Epic bought it, and that's how I was playing it for free. And then they're like, "Oh, it's free to play now." Like, because I remember playing it in a void before it was free to play, but I don't remember paying for it. And I remember we could, and I think that's what it was. I was playing it on Game Pass, and then they're like, "Oh, by the way, it's free to play now." So it's like, well, like what? Like it's such a weird like.
Because I remember when it first came out, it was a PlayStation thing.
Yeah.
It was on PS Plus day one. It came out.
That's it, because it was a PS3 game.
That's how I played it.
Because originally, like I said, it was the PS3 game, and then they updated the new model of it and renamed it to Rocket League, and then it came across, and so forth and so forth from there.
Well, it's not the same game. It's a whole different engine, different everything.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, from that Rocket Team,
freaking prototype,
whatever the fucking that's what I'm saying. That's where it started. Like,
I'm still saying I can't buy that now. Like I have the game, but I didn't buy the full game, so now you can't buy it.
No, and that's
like,
said that was then that was a PlayStation exclusive, so it makes sense why Rocket League was only on PlayStation. It was a PlayStation, game because that's where it started. Like,
and then it hit Xbox, and
later on it came
at
across.
some
It
point.
was a couple of years later, not too long, but it was.
Get this. I looked at Rocket League on Steam. Right, there is one friend has Rocket League on their wish list. Wookie.
Why on his wish list free? I'm like, speaking of.
I don't think you can even get on Steam anymore. So like, how's he got it wish listed?
It must be delisted and it just stays there now. Delisted on Steam. So because I've had stuff that
If I type in Rocket League, nothing comes up. So I was like, you can't even wish list it.
No. I've got games that I've had on my wish list that got delisted and they just sat on my wish list, and then I've started removing them now. So I'm like, what's the point? There's no point having them sitting on my wish list. But speaking of games that delisted, I was going through my collection and I was digging through stuff and I found something in my collection. Could you guess what it is?
Your collection? Yeah.
Can you guess what game it was that's been delisted?
Rocket League. Now it's been deleted. Spec Ops? I don't know.
Recently delisted.
What got recently delisted?
We've talked about it.
Did we?
It's now.
What thing? Rocket Arena. What the fuck?
It's now an offline only game.
Oh, the crew.
No.
I don't know.
Slowly.
I know so many games.
We literally talked about this last week as well on the podcast.
I don't know. Oh, D&D. Oh, Dark Alliance. How am I meant to remember that? Like, fuck.
Like, we talked about it, though. That's the funny. But I was going through myself, like, I found it. I found it in my collection.
Games.
But, like, that's crazy. Like, that's the thing. It got delisted this year, remember? Like, February this year. It got delisted. And, like, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm really trying to find... I can find copies for it on the PS5, and they're pretty cheap. They're not overly expensive, but I'm like, I do have it on Xbox, so... I'm like, still, at least I've got it. And it's the Steelbook version. Like, I've got the Steelbook copy, which is good, with the art book, so...
The book's fucking nice, isn't it?
It is nice. So, luckily, I do have that. It's you, Jim.
If I get one of the helmets, I could... we can't do a co-op now, though. I'm still sad about that.
I know, I was so mad. If I knew that they were going to delist it, I would have gotten back onto it sooner. But I would have slept on it. Do you have that video somewhere? You got that video? Would you delete it?
Stream that, you know?
I thought you recorded it. Yeah, we were streaming it. I'm sure we were streaming or something.
Were we?
Yeah.
What year did it come out? Look on the back of the case. What year did it come out? I don't think I'd... No, I don't think I'd recorded it.
2021.
I'm pretty sure I just streamed. I need to start recording shit. This year.
And I was in the last place because I was in the garage still.
Also, I'll say it now. Wolfenstein 2 is free on Xbox right now. If you want to go claim it. Anyone out there? On Windows, PC, and Xbox.
That's alright. I want to get Doom. I'm surprised how quick that game is. It's good though.
How quick?
Like I said, that dude got all the achievements in like under 22 hours, and that's what most people are doing it at. Under 22 hours to get all achievements / trophies.
That's the perfect Doom length. Like, you don't want nothing longer than that.
But I'm like, I was expecting...
all games are, I think, they're all about that long.
Yeah. But like, that's not bad.
Because I nearly finished Doom 2016 in like 8 hours. Like,
yeah, that was short, yeah. I gotta go over those at some point and do the...
The game looks fun, though. I want to get on PC as well.
Dark Ages, it does look so fun.
Might just buy it on... I'm going to buy it digitally because there's nothing on the disc.
It just seems like some of the stuff I've seen is it's just back to normal shape form. I haven't seen really any open world gameplay yet, but most people have been showing...
It look good.
That's what I want to see. A lot of crazy
nothing like it. There's nothing like it. Eternal. They got rid of glory kills, I think.
I laughed my head off because I was watching a dude on TikTok. I didn't realize I followed him though, but he of course pre-ordered it, so he got like early copy, and he's talking about like, oh, I'm doing a stream, got early copy, you know, because I've pre-ordered it, got the few days early access. He's rambling on about stuff. He's like, you know, this, no, you know, going on about all this stuff about the game, just trying to plug his thing to like say that he's going to stream it and stuff like that, you know, like most content creators do. But he goes, you know, it's a simple game. There's no new bells and whistles, nothing too crazy. I'm like, you have a mech, you have a shield, you have new...
Like, ride dragon.
Like, these are bells and whistles. These are new mechanics. What the fuck are you talking about? Like,
you have a melee flail weapon.
That's what I mean. He's like, there's nothing too crazy, nothing too, like, no need, like, bro, like, what?
You
like,
can ride a fucking dragon.
I was like, did you reread your script and like source material? Like, he's going on about like, and he's going on about like how he's phrasing his sentence to talking about like, you know, he's a Doom fan and stuff, and it's like, are you listening to yourself? To like, did you proofread your like script? Like, you're talking about how you're talking about this. Like, it sounds like you don't know anything about Doom. Like,
shield, not a bell and whistle. Like, that is literally a main mechanic.
Like, it's but the Mason shield, because it's like that.
You have to parry green attacks and shit. Like, you parry.
Yeah.
It's got a saw blade on it.
I just find it funny that, like, you know, Doom, that Doom the Dark Ages is a prequel and it has way better tech than any of the later games, technically.
Well, not really. Only the shield.
Canonically, like... But, I mean, it makes sense, though, technically, with the first game, because it's meant to reference that you've been in cryostasis, you've only just woken up after how many, you know, years you've been locked away.
Also, I don't think the Doomslayer is the same dude, either. Because this is if it is, he's fucking... Because he's an alien, but...
Technically it is, but isn't, because what happens, if you remember the first game, they find his crypt, but it's basically...
This Doom trilogy is just the one Doom guy. The other Doom's a different Doom guy.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. The Dark Ages takes place before Doom and then Doom Eternal.
Yeah.
But
by a few hundred years.
yeah. But if we
Hundreds of
remember,
years.
if you
Medieval
remember the
times,
start, like I say, if you remember the start of Doom, what ended up happening
he
was
got
they find his
captured.
crypt and he's like, it's just bones,
Yeah.
and they basically resurrect him, and he's like regrows his flesh and shit because it's like he's released from his chamber, and that's why he's
Yeah.
reawakening, and he's like, what the fuck's going on? That's technically what Doom 16's Doom 16, I guess.
Yeah, the
2016.
Doom
Doom.
2016.
But like
Yeah,
that's
'cause, like, in,
that's why it seems like that, because you've just
I
woken
do
up from
like,
cryostasis in a sense.
he's literally kind of mind controlled.
He's resurrected.
Which is nice
Hmm.
because he's a weapon for the
Yeah.
gods.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, because he's been asleep for so long, which has been a couple of hundred years. So you clearly know at some point whether Doom Dark Ages he's like dies and then goes away in the crypt, or if it's more games after that, who knows? Like I don't know
I'm
when
pretty
exactly
sure
that happens,
they won't do that
but like
because that's a few hundred years he's been dead. Then,
but that's basically what happens though. That's the point of the first game. Like that's what it's saying though, is he's been resurrected from the
I don't
crypt.
think he was dead though. He was just
He was in
sleeping.
cryostasis. He was like in a cryostasis, but like he's basically resurrected. Like that was the point.
He's never died because he can die. Like if he died, he'd be dead.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's like one of those things where he died in sense, but then he was brought back because they needed a weapon. You know what I mean? Like it's that. It's like the crow
the
kind of
maker's
style.
weapon.
Yeah, it's like the crow, like the concept of the crow, where the guy like died and then he was resurrected as being the crow, and then he can not die, but like it's kind of like that kind of concept with Doom guy. Like
because he did die.
It's
But
shot, you know, if he, yeah, that's how you kill the crow, is you take him out the head. But like, but it's like that. It's like that kind of concept in the sense of what Doom guy is. He's like he can die, but he's in rest.
The cutscenes and story in Doom are trash in the Dark Ages.
And Dark Ages.
Yeah. The way that dude put it is it's MA rated He-Man.
Oh, okay.
Which is not a good thing.
That's so interesting.
Like it's.
Did he go, hey, yeah? Is that kind of
No. But it's very. You are seeing Doom guy in all fucking angles, like front on, like see his eyeballs and shit. I'm like, what in the fuck is this?
That's crazy. All different.
I remember in Doom 2016, you never saw him really.
Yeah, because people have been
his arms or
showing his face.
And in Doom Eternal, the same thing. Like you don't really see him.
I think you actually don't, because I think you see his face in this. You actually get to see his face, I think.
Not his face. He's got his helmet on, but you see his eyes. Like you see you see his face expression, like his eyebrows, and but like he looks young as fuck. Like he's a young dude. I mean, of course, but like you're seeing a lot of the Doom guy when you're not meant to.
Yeah.
But no one plays Doom for the fucking story anyway. So, and the dude just said, just fucking skip the cutscenes. Better that way. Because Doom is about mindless violence. Like
that's originally in sense of what it was, but they try to add more story to it.
That's what Doom 2016 Eternal is. There's no story. I mean, you got Samuel Hayden, but
they tried to kind of set stuff, but weren't too sure with 2016, and then Eternal's like,
and Doom
hey,
Eternal went with cutscenes.
Yeah, Doom Eternal's like, hey, let's add lore, depth, and melancholy.
Dark Ages went backwards.
Like we're gonna go to the past, but do the same thing.
Stuff.
But like,
because I've seen it, like it's not the best for cutscenes. Like it shouldn't be in there, but it is what it is. The gameplay is still fire. The stuff, so it's like I couldn't get over the cutscenes, and it's like the characters are Gears of War looking, and the aliens are Halo looking. It's like, like I was like, because like he was, I watched a review on. I'm like, he's hitting everything on the fucking head, like he's right, but it's still an amazing game. Like, it's just things that's like, why'd they do that? Like cutscenes and shit, like. Look, you shouldn't be seeing the Doom guy that much.
I know, it's not Wolfenstein. It's Doom.
In the old games, you never saw the Doom guy. Only his face on the fucking little picture.
I know, it's just...
It's like, But then again, it does id. It's still a good game.
It's still getting good reviews. It's fun.
It's just, don't take the story serious.
Yeah. I mean, you never really do. But yeah, no, it's just like,
It's just like He-Man, but MA rated.
I'll find some He-Man action.
Yeah, but not that He-Man. Like, it's just juvenile humor and shit. It's like,
yeah, I know what you mean.
I'm just like, oh, come on, man.
They're included. I'm gonna have to.
Again, I don't care if the story's bad or anything. I play it for the Doom experience, like being the Doom guy, being a damn beast, like being a monster, killing monsters, demons. Like I'm keen for that, and riding a damn mech and a dragon. Like fuck yeah!
Right? Like that's what I'm like. Oh,
Like in what game can you ride a mech and a dragon
no, it's not many. Ooh.
and breathe fire down the dude's fucking face? Like open his mouth up and just breathe fire down his neck. Like fuck yeah, that dragon kicks ass with his mechanical wings. Like he has mech wings. I'm like, what? What dragon has mech wings?
I know. It's like,
Wait, it's cool. It's cool looking. But
add those. I gotta play them again at some point. They're on the catalog, so I'm gonna add Doom and Doom Eternal
I
to the
did start
PS5.
Doom again, but I haven't played it for a little while. I might do it tonight, maybe.
I gotta
Do some more Doom.
play
I think
some
I've
more
nearly
games.
finished it. So.
I gotta finish going through freaking Death Stranding at some point because I started getting through that pretty much. Once you get a rhythm going, you start going through a fair bit of it. But there's so much.
I'm
kind
of sad that I started that and then took a week off. I couldn't play.
Well, Mike, I'm on the second section and I'm only on episode 3. It's like fuck. There's like 13 episodes or something.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm
No, there's 14, I think. 14 or 15?
Yeah, it's like I'm only on the second fucking zone. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm still
There's
going.
only 3 zones.
Yeah, I'm like,
Because you have the east, the middle, then the west.
that's what I mean though. It's like I'm nearly on to the west,
I've
and I'm like,
almost finished the second.
so I'm saying, and you're like still mostly on episode 3, maybe episode 4. Like it's like confusing as fuck.
3, I think. I'm
Like
episode 3.
as I mean, it's like, what are you gonna do? Like, okay, you get the west side done. Was that episode 4? What's the other fucking 10 episodes? Like, is it coming back around these different regions, and one of the ones that you haven't completed, they're going into those parts, or because you look at the map, what gets me is because I've noticed when I'm clearing out zones,
you go in a straight line, like you're going across America. Like,
well, what's got me is you see these zones, and you see like you when you're in the map, you can see the box, like you go, like you see what's revealed, and you move your cursor on, and you can kind of see where the box of the actual map zone is. But then when it does like completed spots, you can see what areas you've actually claimed over because everything's back to sections,
which is nice.
And there's a lot of sections that are like grayed out, that are like lined out where you can see the other different territories of like America. But then it's like you compare that to the actual box map, and it doesn't fit into any of the spaces. So I'm like, is there other maps then? Like, is there like in the second zone? Is it like 3 parts or 4 parts, and then you're getting those other sections?
I don't think there is. I don't think.
Because it's very confusing. Because I'm like, what? But
I do like in the second zone though. I have this long road to go from one end to the other. Just one road.
Yeah, I've got that now. Most of the roads there, like people have filled it in.
Yeah, but you have to get to certain points to unlock more structures and which is nice. You can't do it from the start and have a massive road.
It is nice being at that point now where.
I have raged a lot though.
Because I put one of the videos out and people go, "Is it a good game or is it just a walking sim?" I'm just like, really?
I mean, both.
I'm like, it's literally
you are
just
walking.
But
it is a simulation of walking, but there's more to it.
But I'm saying, but the thing is, though, you can say that about every game.
You have to manage not falling over. You have to manage how much you can lift.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not
carry.
That's saying it's not a walking sim. It's a delivery simulator. That's literally what it is. It's a delivery sim because that's all you're doing. You're literally delivering. The principle of the game is for you to deliver goods. But but what was getting me is if people
see something where he hooked someone to the back of him, like an actual lady.
Yeah,
he like hooked her on and took her to a future husband. I was like,
that's some crazy missions. I haven't got to that.
She could have walked. She could have walked with him. Like he just snugged her up like like his mum, and just walked off with her. She's just sitting in the back like
But like.
That's good. That's good.
But like I'm at the point, like so once you get to the point though, you do have a lot of things which does make the game a hell of a lot easier. Like you get more vehicles, you get ways of carrying your cargo.
Robot legs.
You got the legs, like I've got like the 2 bikes, and sometimes I'll just steal.
I just run past enemies. I don't worry about fighting.
I just go through a thing, use the bowler, and just take all the enemies and fucking steal their car.
Yeah, the freaking bowler gun.
I go through, steal their the mule fucking wagon.
I just use the thing and just parry, killed it, parry.
I just love using the bowler. It's so much fun. But I just get them and I just go to their bases to steal their car, and then I'll use that, load the car up with all my shit, and drive the car around the map. Like it's so much fucking easier.
You can actually build your own cars eventually. I mean, that's what I'm gonna do. Just do that, then use the cars for the rest of the game. Like
there was a few spots. I got a couple of clips. There's a few spots where there's mule bases in different spots. There's like the one where you get to like their area where there's like the ravine section in the second map, and there's like a mule base. It's like a big ravine, like vein, like with the earth split, and there's all these sections of areas all over the place where it's just been split.
Oh
And you can
yeah,
jump over them with the bike and stuff. And
yeah.
one section there, it's close enough, so I laid a ladder
Is
down.
that the way up to the windmill?
Second zone. So not the windmill,
Or
maybe
you're
the
not that
middle.
far ahead yet?
No, I'm not the windmill yet. So it's at the back end of
Okay.
it's at the back end, just about the back end of the middle zone.
Oh, so you're still near the big town
One of the
city
bases, yeah,
thing.
it's one of those near the bases.
Have you delivered pizza to a guy yet?
Yes, I did.
The you have a 30-minute timer. It's just out to the
Yeah,
left a bit, like the right a little bit.
I was like, so, but no,
I done it in like 2.5 minutes. I was like, it's only
Yeah.
30 minutes.
I know they give you all this time for like what I don't know, but no,
Oh,
so the ground split, so I
well,
placed,
because you're doing other things. So.
yeah, in case you're gonna get
And you had to
distracted.
keep it flat, otherwise it would gonna fail.
I just
like,
chucked it on the
to
back of
keep
my
the-
fucking
Yeah.
on the back of my. What did I have? I had something. I chucked on the back. I just chucked it on the back. And I was like, whatever, and
And
it
then
was
just
fine.
go to his house.
But no, I put the ladder between this ravine crack, and
Yeah.
I had the mules chasing me, and one of them drove all the way down the end of the crack and came around, and he was just sitting in the car like scared. He would never jump out, so he was just sitting there driving
Yeah.
backwards and forwards. I'm
'Cause
like,
if,
whatever.
if you're on the end of their zone, they won't chase you out of their
No,
zone.
but they come to the point. So where I had the ladder across the ravine, they'd walk across the ladder slowly to come across. So every time they're coming across, I just stood there with the ball and go bang, and they'd wrap and they'd fall off, and they'd just go ah, and then another one, and he's like, he gets on him, it's like bang, and he's like ah, and you just hear him fall like from this massive
I would
drop.
have picked the fucking ladder up.
And no, well, every time it was like 15 of them. I just kept going bang, ah,
they
bang,
come in by the fucking truckload.
yeah,
like,
so they just kept falling, and every time I just kept shooting them and just watching it wrap around them, and they just kept plummeting to there and knocking them out. And then I
I'm
got to the
sad that the vehicle doesn't run you over. It just stays behind you, like slowly,
No.
like just driving.
But another thing with that I was gonna say too now is I've just cracked the shit sometimes if I'm racing through their bases, and if I'm on the bike, I'll see them and I come racing up to them and I fucking side drift the bike and tail whip them, and they go
Right.
and they go flying. It's fucking, because if you hit them head on, it kind of breaks the bike a little bit, so I kind of like swerve into them, unless I'm in the car. I'll steal their
just do a
buggy and I just plow through them all and just fucking run them over, and you hear me because it does a lot of damage to hit them, but I just run them over half the time. Even it's just like whatever, and clear out a new
Right.
base, because what happens is if you go to one of their bases, you've knocked them all out. They disappear and that's it. They go. I think they may come back a little bit later, but like it takes time for them to come back.
I think they do.
But
yeah.
it's a nice little cleaner. I just carry a couple of bowlers on me, bang, 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 done. Like on my way. Like I'm not even scared of them
because you can't kill people. I don't think.
No.
'Cause, like the bowlers just tie them up.
all they do is they throw spears, and it's like, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna throw a spear at me, like.
They can fucking kill you though, and they damage your cargo.
But like half the
That's
time
why
I'm dealing with them, I
I
just
carry
like
a couple
whatever.
of repair sprays. Just
Yeah. But no, not even that. Like I'm not even
before you
bothered. Like
deliver it, buy a repair spray, spray it.
yeah. But no, half the time I'm not even bothered, because it's just like, oh, they try and chuck shit. I'm just like, it's like, oh no, here comes a
Yeah,
spear.
but combat's not a big
Dodge.
focus of
Like,
Death Stranding. It is in the second one. Yes, you'll get actual combat encounters.
So it's kind of nice that it's just a nice, easy breeze. Like it's not a
Combat
big
is only the bosses really in Death Stranding. Like it's, and the bosses give you what you need to kill them anyway, which is
yeah,
nice.
it's just
like,
mainly grenades you need to use. So
you see the little dude just blobbing up, like take this, like have this.
Yeah, help.
like
I know it is kind of funny, because that kind of reminds me of like Souls games, like where there's little things. Like it feels like partly a Souls game where there's like things to help you. They're like, yeah, take this.
Right.
And then they give you like ammo or resources. You're like, fuck yeah.
because Death Stranding is in the first boss fight, it was giving me like the blood grenade, some health,
Yeah.
some of this. I just run around, I was like, grenade.
And it's fun mapping out signs too, like in Souls, like
Yeah, like stand here and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like
place signs different places, and I give myself little.
I've seen the
checklists.
boss fights in Death Stranding. That they just get bigger and better. Like I'm a fair way through the second zone and no more boss fights yet. So I'm like, when the fuck's the next boss
Yeah, it's
fight?
not till like the end of like the zone, I think it is. Then you have a boss fight.
Because that first one is at the end of that zone.
But I'm like, I've already put a fucking shit ton of hours. Like I've got like nearly.
And the good
30
thing
hours.
is that the bosses don't insta-kill you, which is nice. Like they can hit you, but your health doesn't go.
But yeah,
And if you die, it doesn't matter because you just create a crate and do the boss fight again.
it's or it's just a reset.
Which actually, you don't really die in general because you
No,
can't die.
Because his abilities, yeah, because of his whatever
His-
it's called.
Makes a crater and he just respawns.
But he's still at the same point in this first game. He doesn't know his full potential. So I think the second one he
Nah.
has better abilities, like because he is like, he's like an
Because he's
underdog.
like pigs.
Yeah, he's got a lot of abilities. Like he just doesn't know.
Because
Like,
Higgs can control the BTs. Like he
mm,
created them fucking massive things. Like
yeah,
and it is cool. I watched no boss fight. How he just like reins in that fucking big.
that
Like he just
octopus thing. Yeah,
yeah, he just reins
the
it in. Like
squid. He's just and then it's pulled. But I do like though because I keep forgetting it's Kojima. So he keeps bringing like when you play it though, you go, oh yeah, it's like you get the Metal Gear moments because you forget that you're playing a
the boss
Kojima game at
fights.
times. So you get Metal Gear moments, but then you also have Silent Hill moments as well. So it's just like it's like oh fuck yeah, because you forget he did the Silent Hill like
Well,
the
he did
first one.
PT.
Yeah, but like he did the first Silent Hill game. I think it was the
No,
first
he
one.
didn't.
He
I don't
worked
think
on
he
yeah.
did.
It's like the
What,
first one.
the first one, Silent
Yeah,
Hill.
he worked on that from what I remember.
Uh,
It's like the first one or not the second one.
That's the 90s, so
It should be the
Hideo
first one.
Kojima, have a look at his. Yeah, I'm gonna have. I didn't even know that if he did do it. Like,
Yeah,
goddamn.
it's the first one. I think it was
Because I know Silent Hill was
because through
no, that
Konami
was Mikami was Resident Evil actually. Yeah.
because it's still Konami because Konami still released them, and that's why he did PT because he done Silent Hill.
He did Death Battle. The fuck?
Mm. But I think it was just the first one. I don't know if he did the.
Well, I hit the 90s as Metal Gear, Snatcher,
It's before that, yeah.
Snatcher. Nah, nothing. There's no Silent Hill there.
There's something he had connection with. I know there's something he had connection with.
I do want to get Snatcher because apparently that's weird as fuck. That was 88. Like, hang on, producer. Hang on, preview. Was he a
or am I thinking of the
on that
remake one that he was going to do?
That producer, there's no Silent Hill there either.
Or maybe I'm getting confused with the recent one they were going to do and they cancelled. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, it was Silent Hills,
Maybe that's where I've gotten confused from.
which was meant to be PT. Well, that was meant to be Silent Hills.
I know he done stuff in the past with like horror stuff though. Something he did. I can't remember what it was now.
Mainly Metal Gear, and that was it. And Zone to the Enders.
Because he had that fascination. Yeah, my bad then. But yeah, no, I thought it was maybe that's what I was
Yeah.
getting confused from because they did that Silent Hills, and when you search Silent Hill, like it came up because you know they're blended together in the fucking.
Right. Yep.
Yeah,
I am excited because like Death Stranding 2 is part Metal Gear, like a whole Metal Gear, because you can be you can play stealth and actually do snake things. Which I think it's fucking very Kojima. Like you
Someone's
just
having a
take what
fire.
you did, but do it anyway. Like because he's not technically using the Metal Gear Solid IP. He's taking elements from that he made and doing it for Death Stranding 2. Like that's not a bad thing. It's just that dude who looks like Snake though. Like he deliberately did that. Like even the bandana, the fucking everything. I was like, fuck's sake, man.
Yeah, that's why I got confused because they'd always refer to it as Silent Hill, even though it was Silent Hills.
Yeah, Hills. Yeah, that's
People
what I said.
refer
Like
to it
the
as Silent
Hills,
Hill.
which
That's
cancelled.
where I've got mixed. Luke.
Well, that was
no,
meant to be the next Silent Hill game, but
I know Luke's going to be like listening to this and I'll talk about it at the start. He goes, and he's going to message me going, he didn't work on it. It's like, well, if you listen for another 5 minutes, you'll hear me redirect myself and realize I made a mistake. He's done that before. He's listened to the podcast and he's gone and
I'm
messaged me.
here for that. Like he doesn't have to like because I'll look at it and
yeah,
say
exactly.
yes,
You
no,
Google it up for me or I'll Google it up. But like, that's what I said. But like, we'll talk about
that doesn't sound right. So I
No.
googled it. Like
that's why I was like, I'm sure,
it was
but no,
Silent
it's
Hills.
fucking yeah. Because I know that's why he did
what
PT
PT was going to be like.
But did you hear
Until
that
Konami
post
fucked
he
it up.
did? He put a post up recently where he was like he's saying it'd be cool if someone made a game where the longer you left it, the more your character forgets.
Abilities.
Like that would be cool. Imagine leveling your character up so you could play a game where you've leveled your character up, and then it's like you actually left the game like how Animal Crossing like gets upset when you don't touch it for so long, like your character de-levels. So then you've got to play everything again from it. So you could be like...
It's not quite de-leveling. It's more of like he'll forget how to do certain actions or...
Yeah, so you got to go through and relearn them again.
That's fucking cool, actually.
So basically re-XPing again to get those levels, to get those
Like
skills
you
back.
wouldn't lose them, but you just wouldn't be able to do it until you've done certain criteria, maybe to like that's fucking that is very Kojima though.
Like that
Like
would be
that is
cool.
very
I'm
Kojima.
like, why didn't he do it though? Because that's something up his alley. That yeah.
Well, he probably is doing that. Maybe who the fuck knows? Well, he just put the idea out there now, so someone might run with it. But there was a thing I screenshotted about Kojima. I'm like, yes, that's a fucking win. Hang on, I need to find it. Oh, yeah, here it is. Because Kojima has left his personal assistant a USB of all his ideas.
Yes, that one too. I was like, oh, which makes sense. He's got so many ideas.
USB stick of ideas for after he dies. Like there's people like his team, Kojima Productions, can still make what he wanted in the future.
Keep his legacy keep going. Because he knows, like he's not getting younger.
The company wouldn't just shut down because he's passed away or anything. Like
no, he wants to set up a legacy that his industry can keep going on and keep creating things and doing stuff that he wanted to do. If he can't fulfill them in the time he's doing them.
Yeah, because kind of like a will, like, and said the Metal Gear and Death Stranding. Perhaps they could continue to make things after I'm gone at Kojima Productions. Like, of course, like if the main base is there, they can go off that. Like, plus they've worked with him for how long now? Like a decade. Like they know how he.
The quirkiness, you need to have the quirkiness, and cameos of actors, and
like
that's it. Like niche cameo acting, and
it'd be cool that because he's in his 60s now. I think
something like that. Yeah, he's old, but not old, but old.
But like he's still got another good like 20, 30 years left. Like fuck me dead. It's just. I just hope Konami have a heart and just give him fucking Metal Gear back at some point. Like,
well, I know the whole relationship fell apart. Like, it's sad. It's work it out. Metal Gear and fucking do Silent Hill.
If he didn't give them the Metal Gear game, they wouldn't be as big.
Oh yeah, that's the only reason they were, because of the way he had his touch to it. They tried to replicate it a bit, but it was Konami's take on his.
Look at Metal Gear Survive. Like that's fucking dog shit.
Yeah, that was completely like out of the hands, even of Konami. Like that was like, oh.
That was just Konami doing their thing. It's like, well, that failed.
We just need a filler. We just need someone to fill her in between.
I just hope this Metal Gear Solid 3 remake is good because it needs to be. Otherwise, they could just kiss that goodbye. Because.
But it depends if they're going to hit. Well, I mean, it's just remaking what was already existing in a sense. So as long as they capture those moments,
you can still fuck that up though.
Because you got to remember to have
Konami are more in the pachinko machines than fucking actual games.
That's it.
But then again, Silent Hill work.
If they are they like the thing is though. But no, the thing is though, they're rebuilding Metal Gear, right? But are they using the core that's already there? Or are they building from scratch?
I think it's the base. Well, they're already reusing the voice line. That's about it, I think.
Because
but they're just recreating it.
Those games, like Metal Gear, like Snake Eater, has a lot of paradox moments that you've got to find. There are Easter eggs. They're not part of anything, but they're things the way you play the game that paradox the game's events. Like you can do stuff to loop things around.
The good thing is, it's Virtuous who just done the Oblivion remake, so...
So that's
they know what they're fucking doing.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing as well, because Kojima loves to play around with these little mechanics and do crazy things, and like they started.
I'm pretty sure the game's going to be good. Like it's still going to be the same.
Because like if they've got that core concept there, and they've just made it done that, where it's just like the core engine's still there, then you have all the cool features still. Because there's moments where you can do stuff where you finish and you can come back on like a time paradox thing and do the
like
Easter egg spin-off thing.
The end, like you can just wait him out. He can just die of old age.
Yeah, you literally can get to that boss fight, pause, like exit your save your game, leave it.
Stop playing.
What you do is you leave it, you change your in-game clock to whatever it is, and then you come back to the game and he's died of old age because time has passed.
Yeah,
like who would have thought to do that? Who would have thought? Oh, maybe we should
just thinking like when they get to Metal Gear Solid, if they do the
Psycho Mantis thing, but imagine figuring that out though.
You have to assign your controller to 2.
Yeah, like that's what I mean though. Like things like that, like it, or if like when I was playing it on the PS3, when I played Metal Gear Solid on the PS3, or was it PS4? I can't remember now. It was the first one. I think it must have been my PS3. And because wireless controller, it knew to switch the port over.
You had to reassign.
Like it knew to switch it over. because
I think it blew people's minds for just a simple concept.
Because it was like I said, it was digital,
concept.
so that's what blew my mind even more. Because like I remember on the old PlayStation playing it, like I literally had to unplug it and plug it back in. But
Not many people knew to do that though. That was fucking funny part.
what blew my mind with it on a PS3 with the wireless controller is I'm playing. It goes, you need to change controller from port 1 to port 2, and I'm like, how the fuck do I do that with a wireless controller?
You have
And
to hold the.
it did it automatically. It literally swatched it, and you watched the light
Oh,
go.
did
It
it?
watched the light go from 1 to 2, and bloop, and it changed over. And I was like, what the
Oh.
fuck? I was like, holy shit! And what also blew my mind with that is it being a modern game, like an old game on a modern console. You know how it did that trick technique where it read your.
How's that going to work on Because I have the collection, so I wonder how that works on the PS5.
Well, the thing
it's the
is,
same thing then.
remember how Psycho Mantis reads your memory card as well?
Yeah, it reads off the games you played.
The game. Okay, now take that. Remember when the game's dated?
Mm.
It was reading games that came out after that.
Yeah, because it does read your internal.
Yeah, but it's reading the internal and reading names of games that came out after that game, like on a different system. These are PS3 games on a PS3, and it was reading from a PS1 game, reading and acknowledging that I've got PS3 games, and going, "Oh, you've played this game. You've played it for this amount of time, right?" Doing the same trick.
Fucking cool, isn't it?
But like, it's still acknowledged, like that it's a game on the drive, even though it's an internal storage and it's a PS3 game. Like it still came up as.
Does he actually say that, or is it just in text? Because he wouldn't actually say the name. I don't think. No, you wouldn't.
No, it all came. I think that the whole sequence came up in text. I think, but I remember it happening, and it still blew my mind even more because I knew how it worked on the PS1. I'm like, okay, it makes sense. It's reading the memory card from the PS1. That makes sense because you're attaching it, you're plugging it in, like it's an external device, so there's only limited things it's going to know to read because it's coded for that, and it's that error. But then when it's an old game, literally the PS1 disc version on a PS3, like.
It just reads the hard drive.
I was like, it's reading the hard drive, but it did all these things. I was like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? Like, this is a PS1 game reading PS. I was like, what the fuck? Like, it blew my mind.
A lot of Kojima stuff that's.
But I kind of do.
I just still find it baffling. Yeah. Hey, you play Metal Gear Solid 2 today, it looks like a modern game.
Like, it's.
And it's over 20 years old.
I want to, because I want to get that. I mean, I wish I had the port version of Metal Gear 1 because that Metal Gear 1 on that bundle collection is kind of the old school version.
Yeah, if you want the modern one, just play the GameCube version, the Twin Snakes.
Yeah, no,
that's the best way to play the first game, the first Metal Gear Solid. I mean,
because they did a port over. I think it was for PC. They got the better version of one. It's weird. It's like the HD one. It's the HD version. It's just like ugh.
Because I want to grab Twin Snakes. I don't know. I think they fucking put the price way up on that.
But I don't know. Did that have the first Metal Gear Twist? Or was that just the
what?
That was the GameCube version.
Yeah, that was the first game remade.
That's
the best way to play it that I know of, even today.
I don't have that one. I don't think in my collection. I don't even know where half my collection is for that. Actually, my Metal Gear collection.
Okay, so it's $200. Fuck me, dead. $200 for Twin Snakes. Holy fuck! Why is it so much? $300. Oh, my lord! I know it's a good game, but fuck me, dead. $300 for a game is ridiculous.
Yep.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, they could.
Twin Snakes. Yeah.
But yeah,
it's funny they called it Twin Snakes because you got Snake and Raiden.
It's still, it's still
the first one Twin
it's
Snakes,
still just
like
weird though, thinking, oh, we're gonna do a Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1, but then we're gonna do the original version. You think you would do the definitive, which would be Twin Snakes? It's more of a definitive version, like. Just seems weird that you wouldn't use that version over the, you know what I mean, like for quality.
No, but it makes sense why they use the original because it's the original games.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems but it's meant to be a master collection.
Yeah, master collection that was half-assed from the fucking start.
Because
it used the PS3 version or the Xbox 360 version.
It's very
It should have been the original PS2 version of 2 and 3 because they were better than the remasters. And just upscaled them. Like, that's why I don't like Konami. Like, they half-ass fucking everything.
Yeah, because you got Metal Gear, Metal Gear 2, Metal Gear Solid, Metal
And you
Gear
got the
Solid
old
2,
Metal Gears, like
Metal
Metal
Gear
Gear,
Solid
Metal
3.
Gear 2. You got like 7 games, I think, with that collection.
Yeah.
Which is why it's like Silent Hill 2 was fantastic because hey, Konami actually did something right. They got Bloober Team to do that. And hopefully Metal Gear Solid 3. Then I hope we get 2, because I think was 2 before Metal Gear Solid? Like canon wise? I know 3 is the first game.
Huh?
And then I think I went 3, 2,
Oh,
1.
that one comes with the thing. Because you buy them individually. So you can buy them just for 30 as well.
Yeah, you can buy them individually. Not
the
the old
bundle.
ones though, not Metal Gear and that you can't buy.
So the bundle is $84.95, or you could buy them individually for $29.95. And if you
That's only 3
buy
games though.
the Metal Gear Solid, just the first game, it comes with Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake.
Oh, so the first one. Okay, I thought it didn't come with
Yeah.
any of them.
But then Metal Gear Solid 2 is just by itself, and Metal Gear Solid 3 is just by itself. But that first Metal Gear game comes with the bonus stuff.
Okay.
So you could always buy them individually, which I could always do that. Buy them individually if I wanted to just play.
Hang on.
Because the first game was great. Like, I love the first game. I might even do that because Metal Gear is one of my other favorite games as well. Like, I fucking. Well, then I had that fucking other. What was that? Because what games was that? I'm trying to remember now what the other one was.
Like, are we going to get the portable game, like Portable Ops and Peace Walker, like remade as well, like to fit in between?
That was supposed to be Collection 2, I think. That was supposed to happen.
Yeah, well, that is coming out this year, I think. Collection 2. Oh, it was announced. Like the second collection was coming out soon.
Because I had the HD collection, which had literally was the 3 on the 360, which had 2, 3, and then Peace Walker.
Yeah, that's what they use for the Master
Which
Collection.
that collection technically makes sense because that set was the Big Boss set. Like, you played as Big Boss, if I remember. Yeah. Which is a trap. So if you wanted to play as Solid Snake, realistically the only game you have Solid Snake in is in Metal Gear Solid 1, I think it was. And then Metal Gear Solid 4. I think because everything else was Big Boss, which was his father. Which is in 2, 3, Peace Walker.
Big Boss, Metal Gear Solid 3 was Big Boss.
Yeah, and then 4 I think might have been actually Solid Snake or a clone of Snake. I can't remember.
Because don't forget, Big Boss died in 5.
Yeah, 5 is another prequel story of Big Boss. Like, I was like, what? Or prequel sequel?
Yeah, because 5 comes after 3. Like 5
then
3. I mean 3 then 5, and then 2 Metal Gear Solid, 2 then 4.
Was 5 Phantom Pain?
Yeah. Like, this is the kind of thing. You got Metal Gear Solid 3, then you got Portable Ops, Peace Walker, Ground Zeroes, Phantom Pain, Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 4, and Revengeance. That's the canon order of things. And it's so fucking jumped around.
Yeah. Oh. And I
have Metal Gear Solid 5 is technically come after 3, but before the other ones. So I was like, makes sense. And I was so lost. I'm like, who the fuck am I?
Yeah.
Why is he dying? Like, why? And then it makes sense why Metal Gear Solid 4 that Snake dies.
Yeah, because Big Boss.
Because it's the end of the fucking thing.
Mm.
I'm just like, why is he dying? But now he got Metal Gear Solid 5? Like, because I was only a casual Metal Gear fan back in the day. I was only a kid when I was playing the second one.
Yeah. I gotta go back over and play
I had no idea what the fuck. I'm like, who the fuck's this dude?
I played once.
I thought Raiden was Snake back then. Like,
yeah, I never. See, that's the thing. I played the shit out of 1 so many times. I fucking loved it.
But that's like right at the end of the thing. He's old
2,
as well. Like
2, I briefly started, and the same as 3. Like,
he's probably the best.
But I came to them late. Like, I played them. I only played them when I had the 360 versions. I dabbled in them a little bit and didn't really go through them. Which is a kind of like
2 is very story heavy. Like 2 is very story heavy, and it's a very stealth game compared to the other ones.
So I kind of
I
gotta
just
go.
love the I just love the fact that was 60 FPS on the PS2.
Mm,
Metal Gear Solid 2 was so
yeah.
smooth as butter when you're playing that. The mechanics were clunky, like control wise are clunky.
Mm.
To aim and shoot, you couldn't move while aiming, and kind of like Resident Evil. Like you had
Yeah.
to just stand in place and just.
So many games I gotta go through. Fuck, I need to just play games, finish them.
And I'm hoping the collection 2 has like Portable Ops, Peace Walker, Metal Gear Solid 5, 4. Like it's gonna have all the good shit. Hopefully.
I gotta try and go through games. I need to try and go through them. It's just so overwhelming. That's why I hate games being so big. That's why it's kind of nice that Doom's
Well,
short.
Metal Gear games aren't massive,
No.
thankfully. I think 4 is the biggest one. I think. No, 5 maybe because it's an open world.
Mm.
Oh, I freaking love 5 though. That was I used to send things up in the balloon just.
Yeah.
Just send people climb up and just.
Oh, it's just a trap. I gotta yeah.
5 is awesome.
Uh, too many games. Like I talked about last week. Too many fucking games.
Yeah, too many games. Also, I looked at my yeah, I was just looking for a game to install and just play.
Yeah.
604 games I've bought or got through PS Plus. I'm like, fuck me dead.
Yeah, I was like, what was I half that? Nearly
How do you
300.
pick one out of that?
So I mean,
Right,
that's
like-
all like that's like I say. I was like playing Hogwarts and then bounced back to Death Stranding, and then it's like, oh. I said I got Battlefield. I'm like, I'm so tempted thinking just uninstalling Battlefield again because
And I
like, I
bet
don't know
no
if I'm
one
gonna
would
play
have thought that I bought like 300 games on the PlayStation in the fucking store. No
'Cause-
one would have thought that.
it. I have no time to
Red
play half these
100.
games. I think Battlefield's got an event going on at the moment, a crossover.
I uninstalled that. I'm not doing Battlefield.
No, so I'm thinking of uninstalling it because it's just like I'm not gonna.
I'm
I
like,
don't have time
the
to
new
play
one's
many.
out soon, so
But I don't have much time to really play many multiplayer games when I'm playing like
Yeah,
Fortnite,
right.
Rocket League. They're my go-to multiplayer
Yep.
games, and then everything else is single player stuff. Well, technically, my
Yep.
multiplayer games are Rocket League, Fortnite, and Rivals. They're my three like
Yeah.
heavy multiplayer games. So they take up a lot of that other time, and then everything else is dedicated to whatever else I want to play. So it's just like I
Right.
can't be squeezing another one. That's why I got rid of COD. I'm like, I can't be
That's why
doing
single
COD.
player games can't disappear because I'd just probably quit gaming at that point.
Yeah, because you can't always be online stressfully, like
No, you
trying
can't.
to play online and feeding into them. Because, like I said, I go through Fortnite now. I don't even worry about half the challenges. I just jump on, play whatever the fuck I feel like with Fortnite, and I'm done. Like, and then I get XP, I got levels, whatever, and I can move on. Like I
Because
do
Fortnite
like,
is a full time fucking job. Like,
and that's exactly it. Like that's why I do like where Fortnite's at now. Is I don't have to
Fucking trash.
physically, I don't have to
Hmm.
focus like where I used to have to grind for challenges and manage things. Because I used to have to manage. Go, okay, these challenges are done. Wait these 2 weeks, not play for it, and then like I had to schedule everything onto
Right.
like best time to utilize an XP. But now they've got it in a nice spot. Like I can just play it whenever the fuck I want, jump in different modes, and I know how to get XP and milk it and play it out. Like I've basically got most of it already unlocked. Like I'm not exactly worried about that whole 1.3 million XP. It's just annoying though that it's behind
Right.
a fucking XP wall.
That's
Do
a
you want
lot
me
of XP.
Like
though.
make that an event. Like that's basically what I'm doing. Is imagine it's like me playing the Grievous event and then having to pay
Yeah.
for the character. Why don't they just make that a secret
Yeah.
tier? Like they usually do, because they usually have a special pass pops up mid-season for an event, and you pay like 1,000 V-bucks, and you'll get a character and you get random unlocks as well. Why not?
I have a question.
Again?
What
Like,
did Bill say about that? About the judge? I think like he would not like that either.
no, he doesn't either. He's just fucking stupid. I'm like, yeah, exactly.
No, people who do like this, they are what's wrong with the industry though. Like,
Because like
people who do support
I
that.
like when they have another pass pop up inside the pass when they have their like because what they'll do is it's like usually it's only 1,000 V-bucks. They'll give you a
Yeah, but it
character
doesn't take
skin.
a million fucking XP, does it?
No, well, how you unlock those is you play, you earn XP and you level up, and you unlock like you do everything else. But that's fair because you're paying 1,000 V-bucks and you're getting like 20 unlocks. You know,
Like,
you have your free pass
Yeah.
and then you pay because like when COD did it, where there was like that free version, remember, like when I told you with the fucking Squid Games, where it's
the Hunger Games.
remember how like they had the free
Yeah.
version and then the paid version. You could play, unlock the free shit. You get some of the rewards, and they give you like some character skins and some incentives, or you pay
Yeah.
for the premium, and you got the premium character at the end of the mini pass. And like Fortnite was doing mini passes, why couldn't they have done Jar Jar as a mini pass skin? Got a paid the you got
They
the
get
base
more money
version
doing it this way.
because like that's exactly like that because they did that with Aang, where if you played the free version, I think it was you got the base Aang, and then if you paid for it, you got the alternate version of Aang, which is a different skin.
That's what Epic are gonna do now, because once they start getting that money from this, it's
Yep,
fucking over.
it's just annoying because I want Darth Jar Jar.
Every pass is gonna be like that.
It's annoying, but I'm saying it's annoying now because I want Darth Jar
You're
Jar.
like the best characters behind like $1 million fucking grind and paywall and.
This is why I'm gonna have to do it to get Darth Jar Jar, which sucks. Like I want him. Like it's fucking annoying that I have to do this.
But is it worth all the fucking hassle though? Like,
well,
no.
I'm gonna get XP either way. Like it's not gonna be an issue, but it's
You're
just
like
annoying.
1.5 million, like whatever the fuck it is. Like,
yeah, it's gonna be pretty quick with half the shit you have like that you can do on it.
Oh,
there's ways.
And then you still got to buy them after that. Like,
I know, but like I said, why can't I just have them in the 1,000 pass? Play it.
I don't get it.
I think it felt like it was gonna be that. It definitely feels like they could have done that, and they decided to change it last minute, and not do an event pass.
Yeah.
Like they've gone, oh no.
Money.
That's what I was going to talk about, which I didn't come back to, which I am now, is the AI. So they've implemented, I don't know if you've seen it, but they've implemented a Darth Vader AI. And you defeat him, you recruit him on your team now like any other kind of NPC. But you can actually talk to him in game, and you can ask him questions or like talk different things, and yeah, it responds and gives you attitude. I was doing that last night when I was playing with Mules and Gents, and I was trying to talk to it because we're in Discord. And I was talking to it, and it felt like it was responding to me, but it wasn't because I thought I flicked into game chat, but because of being in still Discord, it did. So it's just getting the ping, and Vader was getting annoyed that I was pinging him, and I kept asking him questions, and I thought he was hearing me, but he wasn't. And you can piss him off, and he can like force choke you. He like lifts you up and force chokes you, which I thought was pretty funny. But I found once I flicked off Discord and was playing with it, I was asking him questions and having conversations, and I was like. I actually did a video and put it up on YouTube, and I was like asking him how to crack 90s, or does he know how to crack? He's like, how do you crack these 90 degrees and stuff like that? Like he's like, what are these 90s you speak of, and how? It's like it's fucking hilarious. And then I was like, okay, but I'm like this, but I was like delusional the whole time because this was like 2 a.m. playing Fortnite, half asleep, and I'm just like, hey, how do you like? What is? I was like, fucking hell, listening back over it. But I'm like,
I know that some people got him to fucking swear. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, they did patch him though because it's AI, early AI. Of course, they played around with certain ways to get him to say things.
Yeah,
but they patched
like,
that now.
How they got Darth Vader to say fuck? I was like, ha.
But no, he responds to your character, so he like reads the code, so he knows what your character is. So it'd be like Big Deal or Master Chief or such and such. But yeah. So I would just like to be able to. I don't know if there's any private modes I can recruit him in, because I would love to just experiment with it, and not have to fight people to try and get him to kind of communicate with him. But it's going to be that way now. Most probably going to fight.
I just find it funny that someone had to make him swear they fixed it.
Well, they did say from the get-go that he wasn't supposed to be able to do that. But,
but hey, it's the fucking
it's
gamers,
AI,
man.
You
Don't
always,
make
you
anything
always
happen.
get always things to, but nah.
Right.
But I want to have a conversation because it was good, because I asked him about Padme, and he's like, oh, Padme, like I get him to talk about different things, and it's interesting, like what you can get him to talk about. So I want to play with that, but it's annoying trying to play with it when there's other players want to kill you or fucking get him. It's like, what's the point of having a feature? Like, what's the point?
Because everyone wants it. Like,
that's what I mean. So what's the point of the feature when everyone's just going to be fighting to try and get the one character that can do it? Like, I can see what they're trying. I can see what they're trying to do, though. I can see where Fortnite's going with this, because soon it'll be like other NPCs you'll be able to hire.
You have to pay for it eventually.
Well, what's going to happen is you're going to have other NPCs you'll be able to hire in game. Like,
it'll cost money.
That'd
you imagine they paywall fucking like
hiring NPCs? My God.
Yeah.
But like I can see
though,
but where I can see where they're going with this is I'm gonna see it that they'll do other NPC bots that you'll go and you recruit, and they'll start talking to you as well, like you're having an actual teammate, and then they'll actually train that so then you could command them a bit better. And then what I can see happening from there though, which will be sketchy, is that you'll end up having bot lobbies where you join a team and your teammates will be bots, but they'll be AIs.
Bot lobbies though. Right.
No, not like that though. I'm saying like you'll actually have it when you're going with a team. You'll have bots stacked with you, like in your squad, and then they'll be communicating, but they'll be AI, and then you'll be talking to think you're talking to players, but you're talking to AIs. Like that's where I see where this is going, and then the game will just fill in random things with AIs, and you would literally be playing a match, and you'll be just communicating with AIs and like asking for and it's gonna be a weird game. Like it's gonna be very weird. Like that's where I see it going. Feel like the manipulation that you've got a squad and you're talking
It'd
to
be
other
horrible
players
if that happened.
because it's getting carried away. Like it's AI is getting too out of hand.
AI just should. They have to regulate that fucking ASAP.
A lot of it needs to be regulated because so many people are just getting too like.
Because they always say, "Oh, we're gonna regulate it. We're gonna fucking do it."
How clean AI is getting on like some stuff is insane. Like half these AI like models
As long
people
as it
fall
doesn't
for.
involve people, it's fine.
No, there's so many people though that are falling for AI models. It's fucking ridiculous. You see them pop
No, they're
up on like
still
Insta.
trash. Like, how do you not tell the difference?
I know, because like it's very small, minute stuff. Like you can easily pick up on, like when a hand phases through a piece of clothing, but people don't see that. They just go, "Oh, it's titties! Oh
I don't
my
know how you
god!"
don't see that. Like,
Like they just see titties because the model. They go, "Oh, titties!
yeah,
Ooh, ah!" And it's like, "Ooh!" It's just like,
it's like the OnlyFans thing. How there's a dude put a filter on and he's a fucking woman.
yeah.
Like they need to crack down on that too. Like stuff like that. Like, that's why AI is bad because people abuse it. They profit from AI. Like it shouldn't be. You shouldn't be profiting from AI. It just shouldn't be a thing. That's just wrong. But but you know, people do people things. If they can if they can exploit something, they will.
And that's it.
If there's a loophole, they'll fucking find it.
But no, it's just ridiculous because you see it pop up, and I know it's AI, and I click on it, and I just like scroll through the comment section just to see how like either it's
Every video you
bots.
find now is fucking AI slop. Like,
Yeah, and it's either it's bots like fucking botting on the
you know what's
comments.
even worse than that though? Perfectly can people should narrate their own shit, not get a AI to narrate their fucking videos. It's always the same voice too, like just that one monotone voice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, if you don't put the effort in to at least like to say what you have to type it out for the bot. Why don't you just say that in your fucking video yourself over the top of the video? I don't get that. I I hate it. I hate AI. Like it's just fucking horrible. I really hope they do like sometime this year fucking regulate it because like it is everywhere and it's just rubbish. Fucking rubbish.
Like,
Because one thing, someone's gonna create something and they're gonna get fucking sued on,
what's this?
and good luck to them. If it recreates a likeness
What
to
is it?
someone, and they find it, or someone else find like shit get fucking messy. Just it's fucking trash. Hang on a minute. What's that? I just look at my phone for a second. There's a Lies of P thing happening. Oh, Lies of P Overture Collection Celebration Box coming 2025. Oh, I do want to play Lies of P. It looks fucking good. But do you have any pickups this week, Des?
I have no pickups because I have been a broke motherfucker. Except like I said, those games I bought that traded, so they don't count.
Right.
So they're not really pickups. I was gonna say, do I have any pickups? I mean, you could try and pick me up, but just don't let me down. I can't deal with that right now. Don't put me down.
Right.
But I'm not that smooth.
I watched a movie earlier. I don't know if you've seen it or not,
Yes,
but I think it was pretty fucking good.
I wanted to know about this. You were talking about it. I'm like, oh, let me know. You have to wait. You're like, you have to wait to the podcast. Yeah, the last one.
It's fucking good, I thought. Like
It was so good. It was so they had to wrap it up.
it's better than the second one, that's for damn sure. Like
yeah, oh, so much they had to like. That's the thing because
they really
like, you
underused
gotta-
carnage in that. Like
it's kind of hard because that's the problem when you have trilogies because you can't be like bang because then if you go bang, the third movie has to be bigger again. So you kind of have that
which
like
it did.
you got to kind of have that lull point. You
The
got
second one is nah.
It's it's an in between. It's an in between bridge. It was a setup. But no, that last one was so good. Everything that happened that was so good.
I like the inside, the Venom horse.
I'll never forget you, buddy.
Yeah, right. He goes to fucking Statue of Liberty. I'll never forget you,
I'll never
buddy.
forget you, buddy. No, I do hope. I know. I hope we had more from that, but yeah.
No,
So
they
many.
people
That's
didn't like it, so they had to end it. Like,
it's because the other movies did pretty bad too, which brought Venom down. Because the
yeah,
second one
first
did,
movie was good. Second one was rushed.
and then you had all the other movies in that universe because you had like, well, from Sony anyway. You had Morbius, which was
I feel
like
like that one did more, but it fit. Like that one did more, but it was better. Like it was in
yeah,
a time constraint. It was only like
because
it was under 2 hours.
the problem is you had the first movie which was good, and like okay, we've got a proposition here. Let's do the second movie. We've got Morbius coming. We'll do Morbius in the second movie. And they're like,
But
okay,
they're
we'll
not
do
even
expand out.
connected at all. Like,
No, no, no. But this is Sony, and they disconnected. It was connected, but they disconnected. They tried to disconnect it because of what happened. So
I know they disconnected that because the way that started was that Spider-Man thing, and then they're like, he just teleported back.
so well, we're gonna
You're
get
like,
that.
oh,
So then
cheeky.
they had Morbius. Morbius did okay. It was more of the meme thing that kind of get it going, and so it was reasonable. I enjoyed it, but it was
It was
reasonable,
good.
like the
4 out of 10
market.
wasn't the worst
But then
thing.
they're like, we got this spin-off, we're going to do Madam Web, we're going to do Craven, and then Madam Web was complete horseshit. Craven was horseshit. But that's what they did. So then they're like, fuck, and then everything was impacted by those three movies after the second Venom. But then they're like, we've invested in the third one, and the third one was amazing, but it was too late. They'd already been affected by everything else they'd made and put out.
If it was meant to
That
be a
three
trilogy to
couldn't,
begin with, so they already had that
because they're
planned
going to
out. So
possibly do Morbius 2 and all these things, but they
Hmm.
affected everything for what was going on with the
I'm kind of
franchise,
happy they didn't
like their
include
pocket.
Venom into the MCU though, because he's just good by himself like that. Like you
We're
can't put
gonna
him with
get
anyone else.
we're going to possibly get a version of Venom because
Yeah,
it
but
will
it's not Tom
happen.
Hardy though.
It will happen either in Doomsday or it will happen in that last movie, that
But it's
other
not
one.
Tom Hardy, thankfully, because he's. I am sad that there's no more Tom Hardy Venom because he did the Venom voice as well.
Mm.
It's funny because he did him and
So
Venom. He did Eddie and Venom.
so there's a
It's
lot
funny how he
there.
recorded that because like he recorded all the Venom stuff in his head, so he's listening to it and responding in real time.
Because the other thing is too is when you watch that bit of Venom that he left still is existing in that MCU universe. It didn't get claimed. It's still there.
No, he got blown up. I think
No, it didn't. He left
he
it,
didn't
it
leave any Venom, only
yeah,
on the bench. Yeah,
on the countertop. Yes, and that was in the MCU
yeah,
universe.
that's locked up though. Yeah,
No, it's not.
it is in there in Venom 3.
No, that's in his timeline, not in the MCU timeline.
Yeah, yeah, but in that he's dead. He's gone.
Because that bit I'm saying though, that bit of ooze is still there in the MCU
That
universe.
ooze is in that movie. That exact ooze.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying though. Like that because
It died in that movie.
no, it didn't though. That's what I'm saying though. It didn't because when he came back, because you got to remember he was jumped over to the other universe. Those people that came
Yeah,
in
and then he jumped back.
that containment guy, that people that came containment crew, that was in the Venom universe. That wasn't in the MCU universe because that part of the MCU universe is in the MCU. No one went to that bar. There's no scene of what happened after that. We're cut back to the bar in the
It doesn't
Venom.
exist now.
So it's somewhere in that MCU universe running around wherever that bit of ooze is. But it's so minute and small, it takes a bit. It
It
needs to
can't do
feed.
anything.
It needs to feed a fair bit. So it's in this weird limbo area. So it still exists. Like people kept going on, like, oh, it's just like, but it didn't because there's no one showing claiming it. It's there. We see that in the end scene of that fucking.
Yeah, but now they can just not do anything with it because
Yeah, like it's one of those things. So though technically, canonically, there is a little bit of black ooze in the MCU roaming around. Like, and that's the thing. Like it's weird.
Yeah,
And
but they can not do nothing with it though. That's the thing. Like they can just.
They can because the Tom Holland.
I hope they do nothing because
It's not Tom Holland, but it's voiced by
it'll
someone
make
else.
that fucking pointless.
But that prequel series that they made, that ended up being a different universe, which was that animated Spider-Man, which was based on Tom Holland's Spider-Man, but it's not voiced by Tom Holland, which is weird because
Stupid.
they made
That's
it.
Marvel in general though.
They made because that's the worst part. I didn't want to talk about Marvel. We never trapped talking about Marvel.
No, fuck it. I'm moving on.
But yeah, like
no more fucking Marvel.
it exists.
Fuck 'em.
So
Sonic.
Sonic.
Hey, I'm like, oh,
Yeah, you
I
got that
still
one.
want to
Nice.
watch that. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, ooh, I haven't watched it yet, but I am keep.
You
Hang on a
watched
minute.
it yet?
I've seen behind that, but the other. Ooh, I like the inside of this one as well.
Yeah.
I like it. I was like, I haven't even seen the inside yet.
Mm.
That's cool.
Mm.
I'm keen to watch that
Good movie.
tomorrow sometime.
It's a
Maybe.
good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Really good. It's a
I'm
Picasso.
keen. Hey,
It's a Picasso.
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 Picasso. I can't get that thing.
I like it.
I like it. Oh, I like Venom 3 too. That's a pretty good fucking movie.
Mm. But yeah,
People shitting on it. I'm like, it is what it like. It's not going to be the greatest thing,
that's
but
what
still
I'm saying.
good.
There's so many people that just don't grasp the narrative of what's going on, and then they go, "Oh, it's like you're not connecting the dots of how it all fits and set up."
It's a good send off for Venom. Like he
That's what I
literally
mean.
died a hero. Like,
Yeah,
well, technically not a
but
hero because it's his fault that
I
happened. But
I do like though the movie tries to make as many references to Venom stuff as possible
well,
because you
yeah, because
see there's that soldier at one point. I don't know if you took notice of the names, but there was a military soldier when they're fighting and he sees his legs get cut off.
mm,
That was
he got eaten. His leg got
yeah,
eaten.
his legs got eaten and his upper body was fine. So that, if you're not aware,
Well,
that's
he's dead, but
technically, well, if we go chronologically, he survives, but that was a reference to the other version of Venom, who literally had his legs blown off, and then Venom took over host of him and gave him legs back so he could, yeah, and that's where we had the Soldier Venom. That's where he's from, and then the
oh, so this dude is just a little
yeah, no, yeah. So that was Flash Thompson, I think it was.
yeah, because he's getting his body eaten by one of them big fucking bug dudes.
Yeah, his
I'm like,
legs chewed off, and then he
yeah.
rips him out and saves him, and he's like, take him to emergency. And then also the that sergeant guy that was like the bad guy, but he ended up being the good guy helping out. He just didn't like the symbiotes that the sergeant or whatever.
Oh, the dude that blew himself up.
Yeah. So he's also another guy that had a symbiote as well in the comics, and he has.
Except they killed him as well.
So he has a similar injury, and then the symbiote saves
Can't believe
him.
he did that though. Like, I'm just like, oh yeah, he was fucked in it. He got fucking impaled.
Yeah.
But then just like gets a grenade out and
So everyone is they put. There's so many other ones as well. I can't remember them, but they went through this movie and made so many references to like they fit in. They went through
little fucking Easter egg things like
so many Easter eggs. Like they went through so many freaking Easter eggs. Like it is phenomenal. Like how many they fucking ticked off. I see if I can find a quick list of like because there's some
I
really
couldn't believe just like all the stuff that Venom turned into.
like
a
that
frog, a
well,
fish.
they are also Easter eggs like that ending. Like that was also Easter eggs as well. Like they were like part of it. Like I'm trying to see if there's a 24. Well, there's 24 listed here. But I'm sure there's more than that because like there's so fucking many.
No, they're not more than 24. The movie's only fucking an hour and a half. Like, god dang, how did they just cram him in there?
Oh,
like,
they fit in so many little references. Like it's insane. No, this is very being non specific.
And
no,
the third one is this one.
No.
Which I don't know if you got it or not. The Lord of the Rings.
No, I didn't end up getting that one.
Battle for the Rohirrim?
Okay,
No, the War of the Rohirrim, should say.
So these are more other kind of Easter eggs because yeah, they're like on the nose of being like, oh, sick of the multiverse, and
it's got the cool map on the inside of Rohan.
Yeah, these are looking at the wrong
Like,
Easter
I
eggs.
need to watch. Yeah, it's the fucking internet. You wouldn't get the one you're fucking
Yeah, they're
looking
not.
for.
This link is not talking about like the real specific like comic book Easter eggs. Like,
but no, I am happy that Venom's over now. Like, he had a good fucking run.
yeah, a trilogy is always the best run to have anyway.
A trilogy is best for everything. Like, you can set it up and end it because that movie was planned way before the first movie was even made. I'm pretty sure. Like, the trilogies are planned beforehand. It's just if they're released or they get cancelled or. But no, the Venom did well. That's why they got the third one out.
Yeah,
but,
the
second one was a bit of a.
What's his name? Rex
meh.
Strickland.
No, I just.
But yeah.
It's just to feel what Tom Hardy brought to it. I thought was what made Venom Venom.
Mm.
Like having Tom Hardy like better with himself essentially. Like,
well, I liked his version of Eddie Brock. Like they made him a little bit more like
That is Eddie Brock though. Like that
Yeah,
is
more like that. Like he looked like the jock type, but he wasn't. Like
right.
he was a bit different. Like yeah.
It's just good. Like he's just a dude who was dying. Like
Yeah, these people are talking about the wrong Easter eggs. Yeah, no, it's because there's so many niche
yeah,
stuff. Like you gotta be.
yeah. I'm pretty sure he's just gonna go off in the sunset and die. God, Eddie. Cause didn't he have cancer?
Well, you get affected by the symbiote. I think it was, and then he died, and then like they said in that he died, and then he brought him back to life, which I forgot about that. I was
Yeah.
like, how does that
Which
work now
means
that the bond's broken?
yeah,
Because
because I think he's just gonna die now.
well,
Like
actually, I think that's why they kept him alive in the sense because okay, we're going to talk about it again, but I'm not going to go deep into it. But I think that's where it works. The fact that because there's that fragment in the MCU, that's where that bond. Technically, that bond is still there, even though he's in a. I think that's their stupid way.
yeah, but now it can't be Tom Hardy, so that's
No,
good.
no, no, not like that. But like that's what keeps Tom Hardy alive. If that makes sense, because it's in a different universe. But like the bond, there's still a bond. Like the bond isn't actually broken, even though Venom killed himself to separate the bond. Because remember they're talking about that key fragment, like they're bonded, it activates the key frag. You know that whole weird because what I can't remember what they called it, but it's the thing when because Eddie died and Venom brought him back to life, they bonded so hard they created that key thing, which was the key for Null, and that's what they were trying to kill him so they could get the key to release Null. So the fact that like we see Venom die, but because it's still a fragment, I think in sense that creates the bond still. So the bond still hasn't actually separated, so that key still exists. I think that's what the whole content. That's why he doesn't like. It's weird. So even though he's separated, he can't die because
But it's
there's
not
still.
going to be the same Venom though, is it? Because
No, it'd have to be a different actor, of course. But like the key is still existing
no,
with.
Venom itself will be completely different because it's molded by the person.
Yeah. So that's why Spider-Man changes Venom because what happens technically, going by, if you go by
But technically, we
Venom.
won't get Tom Hardy at all. Like not even
No,
like
so
this Venom.
so Venom. That's why if you look at like okay, if you look at then the design element, you look at like the Venom movies, how it's just a black suit. It's just black. There's no symbol. There's no shape. There's no because Venom. The only reason Venom has that shape is because he molds the Spider-Man and he replicates the spider. That's how he created the spider. So that's why it's just black.
I do
because
like how they finally got into the other symbiotes though, like the different colors, the different powers
agony,
they had.
toxin, acid,
And they're not bad. Like,
yeah,
the symbiotes aren't bad.
They're just another species race. Like they show in this, they're just trying to. They had to flee their like homeworld, whatever. They
Had to run because of the thing hunting them. Like,
but it was just. It's just
because
harsh
of the
though.
codex.
It's just kind of harsh though when you look at the first movie where they talk about like the symbiote bonded with hosts. Like they made that very morbid in the first movie. Where remember how like Venom was trying to attack,
they just died,
and people just dying, yeah, like front and center. But then you come to like the second movie and then the third movie, and Venom's jumping from host to host like it's nothing and everything's fine now. Like people aren't dropping dead, like making it all freaked out. Like they
no, there is a reason, but like
yeah, but it's just kind of funny how
the symbiote chooses, which they chose them people.
But it's just kind of funny though. No, but like
they
how
had
Venom
to in 3 because otherwise they're gonna die.
No, but like Venom himself. Remember how Venom himself like jumped from kind of host to host and there was kind of killing him, and that was like that worry when Venom. But then you see
because
Venom.
The host had to be stable. First.
So it's very interesting. I don't know. It's interesting.
But also,
that was morbid as fuck though.
though.
That was so fucked up. That first movie is so fucking dark. Like it's like you see kind of like the pace in the second movie because it's still fucked up. But then the third movie is a bit more like lighthearted, even though there's like kind of emotional moments, like deep cuts. It's not as
harder because the ending is just like, oh fuck.
Yeah, but like that first movie is like a fucking horror movie. Like that whole start before, like even that startup of teasing Venom, it's like a fucking horror movie. Like they had, and then it kind of eases up through that first movie. Like, but if
I feel like how the tech evolved from the first to the third.
Yeah,
There's no way they could have done what they did in the third, in the first or second.
Oh god, they had to learn. They had to build a lot of that stuff, like all that systems, like as they went through the movies.
I love how free flowing Venom was in that third. Like
they had
moving, like his head just moving around was a lot more natural. Like
I think it was on. Yeah, I think it was the Corridor Crew. They had one of that art visual arts reacts thing. They had
with that end scene.
They had the guy
dragging the.
They were talking about all that stuff, and they talked about like the mechanics that. Because I think they had a guy on that worked on. I think it was all. I can't remember now who was talking, but they talked about that, like where they started. They had to create and learn these things, and they wouldn't be able to do what they did, but they learnt because they built this engine and this mechanic.
Like fucking perfect. By the end result, like
and it's good. Like they needed
so
that.
fucking good.
Like it's just insane. But we've gone. Oh, we're going for a bit. I think now. I think we keep going. But if we want to do it, I don't know.
I know, like I will say, Sony's Marvel is good. People who just shit on it just because like a few bad movies, but
These online now.
the Spider-Man movies,
Yeah.
Venom.
That's
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
the
get
other three just seem rushed.
Yeah,
Like
that's what I'm saying. Like Morbius kind of was stable, but then everything else was like
yeah, the movie was just
more like
Madam Web
Madam Web is the worst. Madam Web is fucking horrid. Like
being
Craven.
Craven.
Okay, Craven's not the like I said. Craven's not the worst. You could just see it suffered a little bit from its reshoots. Like they had reshoots and re-edits, and so much bullshit went on. Like unfortunately, but Madam Web on the other hand, that was a choice. They did everything by choice with that. I don't remember any problems. Like
from what I've seen about Craven though, Aaron Taylor Johnson really embodied Craven. Though, like
yeah,
he really went full ham with
like
it.
as him as a character, fucking was nice. It was good.
Mm.
Like they did pretty good with that. Like there's just few elements where moments are just a bit like bad, and unfortunately the movie kind of suffers in some points for it because
that's why you
logic
shouldn't rush them out. Like you should use the same writers and that for all your things, not different writers for different things.
That's
like
it.
I bet that Venom trilogy had different directors, different writers, and you could really tell.
That's it. Yeah,
you can tell. Like look at the Avengers movies; they were all the Russo brothers.
Mm-hmm. And that's what basically, like I said, the pacing and how things are written, done in the Craven movie. There's some early point stuff where they have the flashback moment. It's just some goofiest fucking writing, and then you see stuff in the other, in the current time of the film.
That's why I said
and it makes sense. Like it's
the way that Insomniac wrote Craven.
So good. Insomniac
and Venom.
So
and
good.
Spider-Man.
That whole
it's the best Spider-Man media.
I can't wait for, like I said, I can't wait for Wolverine, and I can't wait for Spider-Man 3. Like, both games are gonna be so good. I mean, Wolverine's in its own different league of like gameplay and stuff, but like I really want where Spider-Man was going. Like, I want this third Spider-Man game more than anything because I've played 1, 2, and you know what I mean? Like, I know where
I've been wanting that third Spider-Man for fucking age.
Because like where they set up the story, like that ending where they set up where they brought in what's her name, that chick, like introduce her. She's another like a spider character. She's one of the other spider. And I was like, oh, I was like, damn, they've introduced another spider character, like one of the females.
Peter's retiring, so it might just be Miles and the new.
Well, he's trying to retire, but we'll see how that goes. But I think clearly they're gonna try and set up like another Miles.
Well, you can't have 3 fucking Spider-Men. Like, you can't do that.
I mean, you can have 3 characters in GTA. So
but they're totally different though from one another.
I mean,
you can't have 3 one-note fucking things like that. But
it'd be
no, it's cool. I do want Miles to lead the next game though, like because he was put up for that.
I mean, I think that's why they gave him his own game to test that. To test the waters that people were. I still feel like feel like the third game will set up that you're either going to start off as Miles, and then you're going to meet Peter, or something's going to happen with Peter. Like something's going to happen.
Peter's going to be in there, of course.
Like like you will play as him at some point, but something's going to happen where he's going to.
It'll be like the Miles Morales game. Like Peter will be there.
Like something's either going to happen bad, and he's going to get fucked up, and then Miles is going to have to take over and pick up. I feel like because he will be the lead again. Oh yeah, sure, he's going to definitely be like a point again. But with Spider-Man 2 was like.
I remember Venom's still around, isn't he? After that.
Yeah. But it's also leading him down the Goblin path.
I hope we get that fucking Venom game though. Like that'd be that.
But no, it's definitely.
But why make Venom playable if you're not going to use him in the future? Like.
Well, they're setting up a lot of stuff.
They didn't have to do that.
There's a lot of setup happening.
That was such a playing Spider-Man 2. Then it's like, you're having all this fun. And it's like, I'm now Venom. It's like. You fucking near invincible, like fuck me.
It's gonna be something. There's gonna be something that's gonna happen. Like it's setting up for something called trialing something. I don't know where they're gonna go.
A bad guy, so.
But the fact they've introduced her, like she's a key player, it's like
yeah.
Kind of bummed that they cancelled the multiverse game. Kind of sucks a little bit.
I'm not because It
would have been fun. It would have been a little bit of fun because it's just reusing the map. But then adding a multiplayer aspect where you could create your own Spider-Man and just like work together.
But everyone's gonna be fucking multiplayer though. I'm kind of happy they didn't Same as the Last of Us factions.
It
I'm
just
happy
would have been
that's
nice.
gone.
Well, it just would have been a nice little fun little Spider-Man game where we could have been playing a game together, both as Spider-Man, our own Spider-Man, and just web swinging around the city
Right.
together. Like, that would have been fun though. Like web swinging around the city together and like fighting
Yeah, but then they
crime.
would
Like,
have to do that over the single player stuff, and
so it would have been like another filler in between.
that's just like what Naughty Dog says. Like, if we did this live service game, we can't do the single player because they're not
Well, they were
doing
going
two
to cut
different
a
things.
few corners because they're just going to reuse the map and stuff, and then just add like quests in.
Yeah, but
They're
still,
gonna...
you've still got to keep that going with staff and shit. So it's like, nah, just stick to your single player. Do it.
I mean, it would have been
Your
very
single
basic
player.
and simple. That's the problem I think too, is that it wouldn't have been their quality because it would have been multiplayer. They would have just had random crime happening around the city, like the
But
activities
still,
that
there
you
were
do now.
people still doing stuff to it.
Well, not really, because like I mean, it'd be the same rinse and repeat activities. They'd just be popping up like they did in the game already. But then that's mostly why they thought they go.
Yeah,
Well,
but
that's
still,
not really.
that's still resources away from the main
That's what
game,
that's what I'm saying though. Is
which
like
is now Wolverine. So
that's what I'm kind of saying though. Is like why put that in like a half-ass? Why make a half-ass game? They're saying they can just run
Because they just
itself, but
can
then
it.
they still like put the effort in when they're not putting it because they like to put quality out. So like why put in half-ass effort where we're using the map that's already made, adding missions that are already made, and just
I'm happy
copy and
they
pasting
can
stuff.
do it,
So
too.
that's where they would have been like, we're putting money into something, getting people to make something that doesn't need many resources, but then that's money we're spending to make this when we could use them on this.
That's why I'm
so
hoping
we
we
could,
get that Venom thing before Wolverine. Hopefully, like
But
that Venom thing.
I would just like a game that
Wolverine.
it just be well,
Because
it would be
Spider-Man 3 is
nice.
4 years away minimum.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice if they added like a co-op feature maybe in the next Spider-Man game. That maybe going
I
down
hope
that route.
not.
But like, no, it's not make it heavy, but like the options there, so you could play everything like normal, but you could have a friend jump in if you wanted to, and you could play as one of the other
Just be
characters.
Spider-Man, like,
So you
or
could be
Spider-Woman,
Yeah,
whatever it is.
and make it so it's not going to really affect because they're gonna. Because remember how like in technically Spider-Man 2, you have like like every now and then you'd have Peter jump in if you're Miles, and you'd combat together, and then they'd piss off, and then you kind of the story kind of balanced together,
Right.
and it's kind of weird some points where like at least they made sense of how
Oh, no, that
reason
next
the character
Spider-Man's a
wasn't
long
there.
time away.
Because like that's what I mean. Because like though it made sense with that game though. Like if Miles was away for some reason, it explained why you're playing as Peter because Miles something happened, or why like you're playing as Miles because
I
Peter.
actually wonder if we are getting Wolverine this year, though.
Don't know if it'd be. I reckon it'd be next year. I reckon it possibly early next year.
Because there's a thing that they announced. It's like it's going to be big. So I'm like, are we finally getting to see Wolverine gameplay finally?
I think we'll.
With a release date of
I
a time
think
frame, hopefully.
we will get footage first. We'll definitely get footage first. But if we get footage like
Because Insomniac don't fuck around. Like they'll say they'll do a thing and it's coming then.
that's what I'm
like,
saying. So I'd say if we get footage, was it because it's June, July, the next game show? June, July.
Next month, yeah.
So if we
It'll be end of the year launch.
If we get that's what I'm saying. If we get an actual gameplay trailer, like they do an announcement, a proper, not just a teaser. If we get a proper announcement June,
like a 5-minute gameplay.
Yeah, if that's June, then we'll have the game end of year, no doubt about it.
Oh fuck yeah!
But if it's a teaser in June, that's going to be next year. Like, there's no doubt about it.
Right,
Like, because they'll do a teaser now, then they'll drop a trailer later in the year, or
They've already
the
done a
next
teaser,
end of year
so
event.
we're expecting a big gameplay thing.
Because it was
very
just basically a
fucking
title
soon.
card. Because that's it. Because it was just a title card with a small cinematic. Like, that's all it was.
Yeah,
There was
that's-
nothing.
That's the tease. Like,
Well,
they
yeah, but
need to
that's
give more for
that's
this next one.
That's a tease of a tease. Like that was nothing.
Yeah.
Like we've seen that before and haven't seen nothing else. Like,
I
Elder
mean,
Scrolls
they have
6.
to go with a bit of gameplay now because it's been years since that.
Yeah, I know they've had to do a lot of work, so they'd have to do something, and that's where if they went big and actually
Maybe
showed
like
a proper.
3 years since that, maybe like fuck
Yeah.
me dead.
So that's said, it's either going to be if they do that middle of the like next month, then it's coming out at the end of the year. If they don't drop that, then it's going to be next year. And like I said, the game will be early, most probably next year, because they're going to be close to having it nearly finished.
They won't put it near GTA. The fuck no.
No, GTA's that's
Next
May.
year, May. Yeah, they won't put it near that.
It would either have to. I'm saying it would either have to be the start
It'd
of the year,
be this year or late next year.
or it'd have to be. Oh, they might announce. Actually, they might announce it in June next year that it's coming out. Like actually,
The month after GTA? No.
Yeah, tease it this year.
Fuck no. You wouldn't
then-
go anywhere near GTA.
You'd have to release. There's no other release window because you're either leaving it too early
Well,
or too late.
there is.
Because even if you
There's
do
either end of this year, the holiday this year, or next year.
it's still then you're still kind of close by a couple of months to GTA.
Like 6 fucking months off. Like, nah.
Like it just seemed, yeah, I don't know.
No, that's why like them going to May gives other people time to release now this year because people thought it was coming this year. But that's what they said, like end of the year. But now they've moved on. The people can go, we can release now end of this year.
Yeah. Well, now they know that GTA is got a May release too, so.
So it's like Insomniac have got a pretty interesting.
Yeah, maybe if they've gotten pretty far with it, then they could do that.
It's been going for a long time.
Otherwise, like I said, otherwise if it's going to be too close to GTA, then it's going to be the end of next year. That's the only
what
thing.
I said, like end of this year or end of next year. No, in between that. None. It's too big for. Has to be a holiday game.
Yeah.
Being Insomniac, because usually they release in April, but that's right next to fucking GTA.
That's what I mean.
Right, Ratchet and Clank was an April game, I think. March, April. Then you had Spider-Man, which was end of the year, like September. You could probably do a September this year, mate, but then you got October, which is the Ghost of Yotai. So, like, yeah. Yeah, probably end of this year, end of next year. 100%. I don't care when it is, as long as it's good. As long as it gets polished. But, I'm keen. I just want another Insomniac game to play. I've played all of them. Give me more. Give me more. But who knows? Like, that Sony event's gonna. They got a lot of shit built up. Because we know nothing that's coming, really. Except for Ghost of Yotai. That's it. And that new Naughty Dog game. That's all we know. Like, that's all we know from their studios.
It's just.
So
yeah, they're not spitting out.
We'll find out next month. I think it's Summer Games Fest, or their own event, whatever they're doing.
Something like that. Anyway, I think we're this is a big episode. I can't remember how long we went in the first part before we had to cut it. Because we're already this part alone is already at nearly 2 hours and 20 minutes, nearly 30 minutes.
Yeah, we're at like near the 3 hour mark. Yeah,
this is gonna be like a 3 hour episode.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know how. I mean, people seem to do like 30-minute podcasts or like 45-minute podcasts.
Yeah, but they're following a fucking set script though. Like
that's what I'm saying though. I don't know how the fuck you could like. That's not pure. This is pure. This is pure.
If we like, if we scripted out like time frames, nah, fuck
That's
that.
what I'm saying though. This is what I feel like a weird like. This is what a podcast should be like. Like, but even then, I don't know how people. I don't know how people pull it to like an hour because if you're having a conversation in an hour, that's not a conversation. You're not having a conversation in an hour. Like when I have conversations with people, I gotta set time aside because I'm having a conversation with someone.
We had a 3 hour one tonight, so.
Like, that's what I mean. Like, I don't get how people, like, I can't just see someone be like, oh, I'm going to have a 45-minute conversation.
I mean, it depends on the topic, depends on this.
Like, even when I'm, like, bumping into someone, like, I'll talk and I'll quickly sometimes if I bump into someone to go do shit. But, like, if I'm going to have a conversation, it's going to be longer than an hour. Like, I'm not having an hour conversation. Like, when I sit down and people have a drink at a bar or anything like that, if I'm socially talking, like, I'm sitting with them for a couple of hours and we're talking. Like,
yeah, it's at least 2 to 6 hours. Like,
exactly. Like, it's not fucking.
You don't fucking half-ass that either.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't get how people fucking do these small ass.
I mean, now that we say that, we could have a fucking long podcast one day of like 4, 5, 6. If that's where it went, like.
We're gonna do the radio show episode sometime, like stream it so that we could like have a break, chuck on the music. We can just walk around,
24/7.
come back, turn the music off, and just continue like do like a radio show. And the only reason the music would be playing just to fill in the gap, the noise in between, while we had to go to the toilet or get something to eat or
sleep,
do something in between, like. But anyway, I want to leave that there. I want to go. It's fucking, like I said, it's fucking late now. It's actually fucking. We started this early and it's fucking 10:15 already. Like, I'm gonna go play some Fortnite.
Right,
Mules.
But
Mules is waiting in the room.
That one before we get before we join us again.
Do you want to actually quickly drag Mules in to scare the fuck out of him? He's in the fucking podcast waiting room.
Do it, and I'll keep going with the
Do you want to drag it? Can you drag him in? Can you drag him in? Because I can't click on it. As you're doing the outro, we'll fucking drag him in on the outro. And then when he starts, see if he starts
Um,
talking, then you can start talking the outro, and he'd be like, "Wait, what?"
No, I'm about to start talking now, and then I'll just go.
Yeah.
But on that one, thank you, Beardies and Beardettes, for joining us on another episode. We appreciate just watching, listening, as always. We have been Dale and Jim. We'll catch you guys next week.
Bye bye. I don't think he's there. Dang it.
Bye-bye.
Oh shit, the ground. Oh fuck.
Shit the ground.
He is there. Oh.
Shit the ground.